I know this isn't really when I normally stream. But I don't know. I sort of just decided off the cuff. To stream this. But we have a little bit to go over first before we get into tonight's proceedings. I will be trying not to yell because it is so. And what do I have to say for myself? Okay, so last stream things weren't going very well. Anyone who saw it or was witness to it know that I sort of had to restart a bunch of times because normal mode turned out to be too difficult for me due to shitty enemy spawns and a variety of other stuff. Mostly the shitty enemy spawns. I was getting a little sick of it. So what I did is I decided, okay, I was gonna go in and we were going to do, fuck it, I'll bring an easy mode file up, I'll rewatch the footage to see how annoying it was. I struggled for a bit. Sorry, I just had to reply to somebody real quick. So, yeah, we weren't doing the greatest, or at least I wasn't doing what I thought the best. Which is weird because it'd be Path of Radiance, which I think is a much harder game overall, but that's, like, neither here nor there. I just had this huge dead space because I had to freaking reply. And then I went and I was like, alright, I'll get an easy mode file up. But then I was like, but I also just want to play Fire Emblem off-stream, which is what the third file is me just playing it off-stream, and I wanted to... Because there are save files that have, like... every character is fully statted out, and I was curious, and then I accidentally deleted all of my saves. So, this part 1 save also is transferred from the super kitted out, everyone has max stats file, which is not what I wanted to do. And then when I realized that, I was like, oh shit. What do I do now? So, we're going to be playing on this one, which will be slightly broken. I got it right up to the same level. Some character levels will be different, stats will definitely be different, but I got it to the same level, and some supports, I believe, are different. I don't think I've gotten some of them as high as I did my first run. So I was thinking about this, and I'm like, well, I basically made the game easier on myself. Very easy. The other file was me just tearing through the game once I get everybody else. Because, like, look at these stats. Okay, don't look at Makai. Let's go to, like, recurring characters. Like, some people already have some max stats out, which is not very good. Well, actually, it is very good. But it would be very difficult. Or very easy from here on out. So I was torn, and I was like, alright, what the hell? I basically made the game 10 times easier. And this game... So now I can finally show off all the levels and explain certain things, which is kind of what I wanted to do. Like, I didn't really want to, like, challenge myself on a first playthrough. Because I'm going to revisit these games at some point. Possibly. I don't actually know. So, I was thinking to myself, I was like, okay... what do I do? And it fucking hit me as soon as I was thinking of how I can make it up to show that I'm a true Fire Emblem gamer. Hard 5 is a thing in Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. Oh boy, is it a thing. So I was thinking in consolation, I was debating whether or not I wanted to try to, like, be like, hey, if I get X amount of followers, I'll do hard 5, or if I'll just like do hard 5 at some point, and it won't be like a complete stream because hard 5 is extremely difficult, and like there are literally play-by-play walkthroughs on how to beat hard 5, and I don't think anyone really wants to watch me just stream that. But that is my consolation. Is that's a future plan to sort of offset how easy the Radiant Dawn streams are going to be going forward. Is that I will at some point, whether I will attach it to a follower milestone or whether I will attach it to just me playing it, I'm still unclear. I'll probably just play it. I don't think I want to be just like, oh, I won't do it unless I get so many followers. That just feels scummy. Not scummy. I don't know. It just doesn't. For someone who gets like who doesn't really have much of like a fan base, that feels just weird. Like I'd much prefer just like to do hard 5 and then everybody to have a fun time. Just like watching me. This was a very long preamble. I'm extremely sorry to the people here. But I just wanted to explain a few things, and the file I got for Path of Radiance also, I think, allows me to go back, and I think if you beat hard mode on Path of Radiance, when you replay the game, everyone has, like, these bands that give them, like, stat boosts, so it makes the game, I think, a little easier, but it would be kind of cool just to go through that. It'd be kind of cool to go through that and just show off like the different bands, or maybe play a randomizer for Path of Radiance. I don't know. I haven't actually played much of the like everybody has their band stuff because Path of Radiance's hard mode is pretty difficult. But again, that's kind of what I'm hyping up. Like in exchange for me beating Radiant Dawn on easy mode, I will play hard 5. Probably Hector hard mode too. And if you know what that is, that's also pretty hard. I've beaten Hector normal mode. Hector mode's actually my favorite. This is just like a weird preamble to see if I feel like anyone comes in. Pog. Hi, Freya. But, yeah, those are sort of like, those are like my trade-offs. Like, because I'm playing this game in easy, I will challenge myself in the future with much harder Fire Emblem games. Again, I'm still unsure if I will lock that behind, or not lock that, but be like, hey, at a certain follower milestones. Probably not, but I'll probably also announce this on Twitter, which I don't know why. I have one of those, I just barely use it. Okay, let's actually play the fucking game before I talk another 50 minutes about different hard modes that exist in Fire Emblem. The file I also had an A support Soren and Ike. I don't know why that was advertised, because in my future playthrough, that doesn't seem to be one of the, support conversations that carry over. Oh yeah, I should probably explain that in part 3. I really do need a bulletin board of mechanics I need to explain in a future part. Because that's like the fucking story of my Fire Emblem playthroughs. But just to catch everybody up, we are trying to liberate a nation. We fell into a trap where a bunch of people are being executed in a swamp. And, yeah, now we're gonna fight. After 70 minutes of preamble. Oh, and if for some reason you're coming from, if you're either watching my VODs or you were from my last stream, which is probably nothing, but I'll probably just mention this anyways, I might have mentioned that I'd be playing Pathologic sometime this week. And I still... Yeah, I'm gonna put that off. I got addicted to Fire Emblem again. As the other file that has like fucking 10 hours already have. Oh, it's Raphael, the worst character. This also means that tutorials are back up. I think we've passed all the levels that have tutorials. I don't really need them because I've played this game. And... oh, fuck. Okay, the tutorials are still here. Yeah, so if you might remember on my other file, I didn't really have this many characters this good. That's because in easy mode... So easy mode has less characters. Like, there are less enemy combatants. And in exchange, each one, I think, gives you more experience. And are just easier. They're like a full couple of levels easier. And then there's just less of it. It's like a very much a light and day experience, because I was playing through after the last stream where I wasn't doing very hot. I was like, alright, I'll quickly get this easy mode file up to snuff. And then it was like, oh my god, I don't need to know how to rescue. But then I was just going through it and I was just like, man, easy mode is really easy. And normal mode's just a pain in the butt. So, you might remember from the first Radiant Dawn stream, which was the last stream, I mentioned that if you get Solth to level 20, his stats become 1-to-1 with his stats in this game, which is normally not a good thing. Solth's base stats in this will, more often than not, be better than the stats you get, because it's completely RNG if the 20 level ups Solth gets in the first game are good level ups or bad level ups. However, the file I was using is hacked as fuck, and this Solth is completely broken. These are broken stats, except for that 21 speed, which will have him fall off. And, sadly this means I now have to explain Solth and why he sucks. So, we're gonna get into, we've seen this level. Like, I think, there's not much for me to really comment. This level is really annoying on normal mode because a Dwarven Knight spawns right away right here, and he just starts killing everybody, and the only flying unit you can use is Vika. And I didn't have the money to afford the Olive Grass, which would allow Vika to transform. I don't need a second tutorial. That second tutorial is literally, if you have a Laguz leader, they don't transform back. And that was where I lost my run the first time, or second time. I can't remember how many times I replayed this level, because he killed all the allied units, and I was annoyed by that. So, in Fire Emblem, we're gonna get very technical. I hope you guys want a very technical conversation. There is a unit type called Aaron really needs a lot of speed. Okay, that's not the unit type. There's a unit type called the Jagan. Yeah. It's basically an early game pre-promote unit that usually falls off. By falls off, I mean gets a lot worse, and some people, myself included, when we play Fire Emblem, we don't really use those units very often. That's because they just suck later down the line, and it's more economical to give that experience to your other units. Most notably, if they're if they're usually a paladin, it's just much better to. Oh right, this is what they replace support conversations with. They're so generic, so sad. The support conversations in Radiant Dawn are so good. If I do another playthrough, I want to get some more odd ones. Okay, back to my fucking 6-hour lecture, which is what all my Fire Emblem streams are. So, where the fuck was I? Yes, the Jagans exist, and what's weird about Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance is that so the Jagan in Path of Radiance is Titania, who, if you've played Path of Radiance, is a really good unit. That's not a joke. I'll explain how Huron's work in a second. It's not a joke. Her, growths are really good, and she stays pretty consistently good. Of course, units do outclass her. Oscar has way more defense. He just becomes this monster tank way later down the line. And then, Kieran has a lot of strength, I believe is his big thing. Astrid just levels up super quickly, and comes with the Knight's Ward, which is really useful. If anyone wants me to explain what I'm doing on screen, just, give me a heads up so I can stop my lecture. But she's actually really weird. She isn't unique as being a Jagan that becomes really good, that stays really good. That's because Sacred Stones has a guy called Seth, who is super busted. I forgot I gave these to a support. Yeah. Normally I don't really deal with supports, but since I was really relying on them and they were saving my life in normal mode, I tried to make sure all my supports were about 1-to-1 where they were. They're not. I think one or two of them are one lower than they should be, but I tried to make sure this file was at least as much as I could control about the same as my normal mode one, so I wasn't just going in with super different stuff, so I wouldn't have to re-explain myself. Also, I tend to play these missions very early. So, alright. So there's, yeah, so Seth is a thing. Some of them in 3 houses, I don't know if any of them really qualify as Jaggins. I honestly don't know, because I haven't really looked that up, and because of 3 houses' really wonky systems, having a pre-promote unit really doesn't mean anything. But in this game, it would be Solth. Solth is a thief, and his stats start out pretty good. He also starts out with an ace support, which is really nice. And starts out with some decent stats. So your first thought is, okay, what are his growths? They're not great. I don't know if they messed something up or they just gave him thief stuff. Like, no, they're just not good. He'll get like a lot of speed and like no strength. And because of how the Dawn Brigade's chapters are laid out, like Solth throughout the year, about the first 10 chapters, I think that's the first segment, will probably gain 1 level. Unless you're using him a lot, which you really shouldn't be. If you just train Solth, you're fucked. You are so screwed. So he doesn't gain a lot of levels. Well, everybody else does, obviously. So you're like, okay, well, when we get to part 3, this game has 4 parts. Well, then he'll gain his levels. That's when he'll gain his experience. That's when he'll become good. Oh, boy. No. I'll explain it if we get there this stream. We probably won't, because part 3 is very long. And we still have the rest of part 1, which is 2 more chapters. And we have part 2 to get through. Part 2, I have actually some interesting things to talk about, because there are some interesting things in part 2 that I just find interesting. We're going to be, just a sneak peek, we're going to be talking about localization differences. And you're going to say, what, did they censor some stuff? And I'm going to say, no. But we're going to talk about something that I find very interesting. At least I don't think this game has any censorship. I mean, as far as I can tell, no, there isn't any censorship. But I could be missing something. There could be someone who knows a lot more about this that's like, oh, but they censored this line. Oh, but Ike really was supposed to be gay the whole time. Even though I think I talk about localizing a bit about how a lot of Alencia and Ike's relationship is in the English localization, was added in the English localization, which I think some people might complain about, since they do sort of a 180 on Ike and introduce and have Jeffrey be the more love interest. But like, I've played Path of Radiance. They really probably didn't put a lot of work into like adding those scenes or that dialogue. Those two already talk a fuckload a lot and have a pretty consistently close relationship. Also, with this game having Ike's only options being Soren and Renoff to have endings for, how the fuck does he have a kid? Like, that is like the biggest mystery to me. Because I'm like, okay, I guess we settled this. Those are Ike's love interests, I guess. And then in not Three Houses, in Awakening, they're like, here's Ike's descendant. Named Prim. I think. Is that his fucking name? And then that really just raises questions, because you're like, oh, okay, maybe he just pretends to be Ike's descendant. Nah, he's got the Ragnar, which is like the worst sword now. And his chapter is really difficult. I don't know what it is, but his chapter, I never, actually, out of all the Street Pass ones, I beat one of them. I beat, who the fuck? I'm gonna, like, give a generic answer, and, like, I don't think anyone's gonna know what her name is. It's the fucking, like, the lady that's with the main antagonist. Do I want to one-shot him? No, I don't. So yeah, since we already saw this level, I don't really have much to say on it. That's why I decided to go through an entire lecture of the entire Fire Emblem franchise. Tune in for the next chapter, where we try, because I remember what the next chapter is, and I am making really fucking good progress. I am playing this... What the fuck? How are we almost done? There are enemy spawns here, and... Okay, I actually got the ones down there. There's supposed to be enemy spawns here! What the fuck? Oh, they're there. Okay, so apparently I'm not playing as fast as I thought I was. Ah, wolves. I don't have a lot to say on the wolves. I just don't. It's kind of sad that I don't. I like, how the fuck do I describe this? I like her design. Nala. Volug's is just weird, and I can't really describe it. When I get a full portrait of him, I'll explain. It feels really boring, because they're just like, alright, just take off his shirt and give him wolf ears. It's like, okay. I mean, we'll see another weird outfit design with fucking Solth's evolution. Oh yeah, another reason Solth sucks. He's behind a story-locked evolution. And if you... which you get super late. Oh, another reason Solth falls off. So unless you actively train him, the Dawn Brigade has like 4 chapters total in Part 3, compared to Ike's like 5 billion. Part 3 is really long. Oh yeah, we saved everybody. I should probably, like, actually pay attention to the story. We're nearly back to camp. I wonder if the prince will overlook the fact that I insisted on this mission. I don't really read these out loud anymore. I didn't pad the radiance, and I think I stopped because I was like, it's just too much dialogue sometimes. For the rebellion. Oh, Micaiah. I sort of want to repeat the story I told about you last time, but, you know. Wait, did I tell it last time? I don't remember. I hope so. Look, all you need to know about Micaiah is that Micaiah's love interest is Solth. Alright, we're gonna go over this again. Micaiah's love interest is Solth. Does everybody get that? Solth is a teenager, I believe, in this game. I actually don't know. He looks like he's 10 in the first game. I don't know his age in this game. But we're going to assume teenager, maybe at most 18 to 20. This is like at most. Micaiah's age is unknown. That's important for this. Micaiah's age is gotta be over 21, I believe. That is based on spoilers. I'm not really gonna... Oh, fuck, this is actually a really good scene. I don't actually want to talk over this one. So something's wrong with our buddy. Now, eagle-eyed viewers, and we haven't seen him this playthrough, but eagle-eyed viewers from last playthrough would recognize the name of the person who's helping the prince. as being the guy who made the feral ones. And it turns out to be happening. He's going to turn our good buddy, Mr. Super Broken Man. He's not broken in this game because of half shift is worse than the demi-band. Which is a lot of technicalities. Long story short, the demi-band just has like a few stats it decreases. Half shifting eliminates a lot of the buffs they get. So I think like their stats get doubled when they transform. Instead it's like 1.5, which is not nearly as good. And while in part 1, if the person who can half shift will stay transformed the whole time, in part 3 and onwards, you have to keep detransforming and retransforming to half shift. And it's really, really annoying. Oh right, this is actually payoff. So at the end of my Path of Radiance playthrough, I mentioned that the song they sing for Enna's husband, that poor bastard, helped him transform back, and that he lived. Correction, he actually died. I looked that up. The English translation makes it seem like he lived. No, that dude's fucking dead. Ooh, Micaiah's reacting to the song. I wonder if that'll be important. But I mentioned that will be important later. And that's the scene. So it turns out the Hurons and their magic can help undo Feral One transformations. Yep, and this is the fucker. He has a completely okay, so like I read online, it's like these two have different designs. They don't. He just has a coat on. Like they actually like kept his design consistent in between games. He just looks less scrawny. So yeah, they just turned the furry people into living weapons. This guy did. Fucking Peleus. Part of me was also debating, because I was switching over to a new file, if I wanted to beat the entire game and then get Peleus. Because spoilers, Peleus is one of 2 units that is only available on a second playthrough. But then I remember that Peleus kind of sucks. Hey Saki. I like you, you're a good character. Yes, Apostle. Hey Leakin, I can't wait to... Oh my god. I got some fun Leakin facts, but like it really would spoil a lot of this game. They're discussing like how the occupation of Dan just isn't going very well, and now there's resistance and the people were treated horribly. Yes, and the Senate and the Empress they don't get along. The Empress is the little girl. And she's not secretly older than she looks. That's Micaiah. So back to my story. Oh, hi Sephirim, you piece of shit. Whoops, spoiled that. Who am I kidding? From what I understand, Fire Emblem Heroes spoiled a lot of this game's twists. I don't know for sure, but I have heard somewhere that they spoil who the Black Knight is. It's like, come on. Like, that's such a good twist. If anyone's played Heroes, they can confirm or deny that.
Micaiah and her small band.
How's the narrator back? I don't actually have my headphones on.
To save condemned Dayan prisoners.
Oh, we gotta listen to the narrator. I love this guy.
Izuga's vast information network. News of
Yep.
Micaiah's heroism.
So we won there. The revolution is in full swing.
Across Dayan, the once hopeless citizens of
I love
Dayan
this fucking
dug
game.
her
I love it to
priestess
death.
Of Dawn and find their spirits.
I actually hate part 1 because... So, here's the problem with the file transfer. And this will happen even if I don't have, like, a super super good team or not. As long as I have some transferred stats. No matter how good the new characters are, because of a file transfer, they will always lag behind the returning characters. And they do like a difference to like try to spice things up a bit. Like Mia is very fast, but has very fast and like decent defense, but her strength is terrible. So then they introduce Edward, who's supposed to be good offense, poor defense. But like Mia just becomes better because you have that file transfer that just gives her, that can potentially give her a boost. And there's other things too, like Erin is supposed to be a tankier version of Nafane, I don't know how to pronounce her name. And then Davdin, who's not Devdon, which we'll get to that gang, and everyone will laugh. No one will laugh, no one will give a shit. It's supposed to be like he's supposed to be a middle ground, like his stats are more balanced than the two of them. But again, two of those characters are from another game. So they get the stat boost. But Aaron doesn't. He just becomes a fucking tank. No, there's an expansion team now. So basically the Empress sent a message, and now there's someone who's going to inspect what's going on in Dayan. And it's quite possible that the whole war and revolution might end. And I did not finish my story about Micaiah. Did I? I sort of went on like 3 different tangents. Between like me saying we'll talk about it later and me going on Fire Emblem related tangents, I feel like these are the most unstructured streams in the universe. Like, how many chapters do I actually talk about the chapters? It's probably like 0 of them. Especially the Daybreak stream where I just talked about Fire Emblem Heroes for like 40 fucking minutes. So yeah, the senator who's in charge of Dayan is throwing his own army under the bus. He's like, oh, all those war crimes? I didn't do them. I didn't know. The army did those war crimes. Oh no, the Senate's corrupt? Yeah, we'll get to that. Jesus Christ, we'll get to that. So then they're gonna go kill Micaiah. Okay, so we're gonna finish the Micaiah story, because everybody really wants to hear this for the second fucking time. Nah, there's just a speech. This scene is actually kind of important, and there's a few scenes like it where they basically are like, wow, this Peleus guy kind of sucks. So yeah, you might notice we only have Micaiah, which I'll explain. So this is an interesting chapter. Micaiah is the only playable unit. Now, everybody in chat, I assume you guys are Fire Emblem experts. You guys have played these games, you know what a stats spread is. This joke that I'm building to will not work because Micaiah's actually getting some decent level ups. But you might be thinking to yourself, but wait a minute, Mr. Rousdower. Micaiah has fucking terrible stats, and the only thing she can max out is res and Jesus Christ, she still has 3 defense. Oh my god, she has 3 defense. And I used the only Draco shield I had earlier in this run to make sure Edward didn't get killed by, like, every spear guy. You might be thinking to yourself, well, Mr. Rousdower, sir. I don't know why the fuck you'd say sir, but, you know, whatever. Her stats suck, and without her support, she doesn't gain all that cool stuff. How does she beat an entire chapter by herself? Look at all this stuff I can't buy. And then I would say, just wait and see. I keep forgetting I have a fucking brave sword. Like, they just give you that for, like, no reason. But you'll see the fun part about this chapter. This chapter is actually a cool idea in theory. In practice, I think this chapter is kind of boring. What do you got for me, Peleus? It's kind of a boring chapter, for a few reasons. But, I think in practice, it's a pretty interesting idea for a chapter. They kind of haven't done much with this concept, simply because, yeah, I sort of get why. A lot of Fire Emblem lords are completely broken. I could probably count on one hand the amount of non-broken Fire Emblem main characters there are. And that name is literally Ellawood and Roy. Wait, hold on. Okay, I guess the ones from Awakening, not Awakening. I guess the ones from Echoes aren't like super broken. But Byleth's broken. Holy shit, is Byleth broken? The Avatar, Robin? Super broken. Is she just talking about... Yep, she's talking about Har. We'll meet Har. Har is my favorite character. In my Path of Radiance stream, I remember somebody asked me who my favorite, like, who's best girl, and I didn't have an answer. And the more I play Fire Emblem, the more I realize that, like, I just don't have, like, a best girl in most Fire Emblem games. All my favorite characters are the dudes. But, like, in my defense, which I don't even need a defense, Har is the best character. And we'll get Renoff later on, and he's the best character. They're just the best characters. I don't really want any of this. Another Wind Edge would be nice, but I don't really... Yeah, like, all my favorite Fire Emblem characters. I think Awakening might be the only exception to... well, I guess post-Awakening, a lot of my favorite characters tend to be female. Because, like, one of my favorites in Awakening... Ah, fuck! It's Lunket! How the fuck am I supposed to pronounce his name? Him! He's fucking cool. I mean, I like Tharja, but, like... It's one of those things where I think I just like her design, because, you know... She's got an appealing design. No, my favorite character in Sacred Stones? It's fucking Cormac and Joshua. Oh, and Ross. I fucking love Ross. This fucking little dude that could. Who becomes super fucking broken. I'm going on a tangent, aren't I? Oh no, how can she fight all these people? She's gonna fucking die. Holy shit. Strength 20 versus my 3 defense. Very small map. Yeah. Makai is dead. Interesting twist that they would just kill one of their main characters. And he's just like, hey, you know what? If we kill you, the rebellion's over. Lagasp. This chapter exists, I mean, mostly to give fans what they want and let you play as the Black Knight. But it also exists to sort of have a cool story beat where Makai is, like, more important than Peleus. This sorta goes somewhere. Even if you... Without wishing to spoil anything, I think the story beat of Micaiah being more important... I know what fucking Fog War is. More important, I think just leads to Micaiah... Like, Peleus fucking everything up is the best way to put it without spoiling everything, which I will explain way later. Part 3 is 18 hours long. Micaiah actually doubles something. Fucking miracles. Yeah, if you like random Fire Emblem tangents, come watch my streams when I'm playing fucking Part 3. Where... That's like half of them. That's gonna be like half of it. Oh, shit. This is gonna be like half of it. Which I think people will enjoy. But will they? I don't know. I don't know if I want to move you. We're just gonna do this. That was a stupid move on your part. Oh wait, you're trying to go for the thicket. But even with Peleus on your team, I don't really remember I don't remember a lot where he goes through like a character arc or Micaiah comes to the realization. I think all it really enforces is that, like, nothing. It doesn't really go anywhere. Well, it's kind of important, like I said, like, certain actions Peleus takes, I think, makes more sense. If you frame it through the perception of he wins back and becomes king of a nation, but, like, it's not him. I gotta go grab something real quick. And, like, I wonder if that actually picked up that, and, like, also my door. I wonder if that gets picked up. Probably. Like, certain actions I think make more sense if I'm framing through that, but there isn't, like, any moments where I think Peleus really comes into his own as, like, a very full realized character. And, like, Micaiah doesn't really do much with this either. She has, like, a scene where she's like, oh, maybe I am more important than... It's just... So, I kind of like this level. That's what I wanted to talk about. I didn't really want to go on a random tangent. I just wanted to talk about how I kind of like this level. But it also is really boring. This level is cool because you get to play as the Black Knight. Defending Micaiah is interesting, especially if you haven't leveled her up. It's an interesting thing to, like, ooh, how am I gonna deal with, Micaiah being shit? Well, defend her with the Black Knight, basically. And I'm like, that is a cool concept. It reminds me of a thing in Fire Emblem, the Elliewood game. Oh, he just walked right past him, my dude! Oh. Also, fun fact, because we will be fighting him the next level, I believe his stats are exactly the same. Like, this is his stat spread for the final boss. So that's cool. But I don't really have much to say on this level. I do like it. If you've played Blazing Sword, Blazing Seal, I forgot which one it is, you probably know what level I'm thinking of when I think of, like, you're protecting a much weaker unit. That level's worse, though. But I like it for reasons. You also hear me chewing, it's because I got food. I really, like, came back from work, did a few things, and then immediately started streaming. Because I kind of like streaming. It's a lot of fun. I'm basically using streaming as an excuse to play more Fire Emblem. I will keep doing that. Hope you fuckers really like Fire Emblem content. I'm playing, like, all of them. I was thinking about, like, I've talked about this earlier, but, like, people have, like, follower stuff, like, oh, X amount of followers I do stuff. And I was thinking of, like, Fire Emblem challenges I could, like, fill a fucking chart like that up with. He's not gonna kill Jared, huh? Oh wait, that's the next chapter. That's the next dialogue. This fucker doesn't do shit. You didn't even fight him. Fuck Adler. They're both pieces of shit. Here's my favorite scene. Hold on. Micaiah has, like, some of my favorite dialogue coming up. Also, I like how Soul's first reaction to seeing the Black Knight is like, fuck, what, fuck, shit, fuck, horse, fuck, shit. One of the 4 riders. Yeah, General Ike killed him. And if you want to see General Ike killing him, you should go to my VOD's channel, because I actually managed to beat him in Path of Radiance. Also, that clip is fucking hilarious, and I forgot to clip it. Because it's me basically jinxing myself for like 3 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna plug my own VODs channel. And my Twitter. There's gotta be somebody here. All that shit's in my, like, about page. It's like the only thing there. Oh, here it is. The guy is like, oh shit, bad stuff's gonna happen because we let the big bad guy go. Oh yeah, Micaiah can tell the future, and that's why she's a good tactician. Remember that. It will become important in, like, 4 hours. Oh yeah, the Black Knight just joined the fucking... Just joins the army. Was he? I'd have to look at him and Ashnard's stat spread again. Also, if you've noticed, it took me like a whole hour less to beat the game to get to that same point in easy mode. I love it.
A figure from Dane's past appears unexpectedly.
It's the Black Knight.
A figure thought to have perished in the Mad King's war.
Who is the Black Knight?
The blood-stained right hand of the king himself.
Please do not spoil who the Black Knight is in chat. I would like,
The Black Knight
I want to pretend I'm surprised when we find out.
Surprise attack. However, Micaiah senses that Jared has one last move to make. Deprived of his chance to capture Micaiah,
I don't want to skip this. I love the narrator.
Abandons all notions of retreat or negotiation. Instead,
I also like how it's narrated. It wasn't narrated in Path of Radiance.
He murders an emissary from his homeland of Benyon and reclaims control of Dane.
Good goddamn pizza.
From within the keep.
I think the last time I streamed, I was also eating like the same pizza. I ate too much goddamn pizza.
The momentary peace that arrived with the Benyon emissary shatters along with Navasa's walls, and the people of the city see their
My defense is a really good pizza.
crushed under a rain of stone. This treachery proves too much for them, and their Micaiah and company have pitched camp on a nearby.
The final chapter of part 1.
This merciless attack begins.
Oh right. If you weren't paying attention, let me just sum up what happens. The Benyon army is like shooting catapults at the capital city from within. I don't... Yeah, they're just like attacking the capital city. So we must make our final push. Man, even Azuka realizes it. I like that they show this, but like most playthroughs will probably never see this scene in actual gameplay just because, like, why the fuck would you? You have the Black Knight on your team. Aren't you gonna throw that at everybody? Interesting. Micaiah is the Queen of Dan. Interesting. We'll talk about that later. Peleus, we have much to discuss about you. The problem is I can't really discuss about it until, like, way later. I actually, sadly, will not get the support conversations to really explain who Peleus is. I feel like that definitely spoils something, but, again, I do not remember the steps to get all of this stuff where we learn that information. Once for much later. I think I've already spoiled what it is. Well, yeah, everyone's gonna fucking turn. He's gonna give a speech. Kinda like how Ike gave a speech, except his is worse. It's actually not bad. Poor Peleus, I'm not gonna be using you this run. I'm just kinda sad. He has some interesting things about him. Hey. This country sucks. I love how those fucking swordsmen, I guess, don't have an animation like that. It's my favorite fucking thing in the world. I love it. Alrighty. Alright, last minute informations. Oh, I really wish I could use you. I have in some runs. That was another thing I was thinking. Back to a previous tangent. Different challenges based on like follower thresholds or Twitter followers. One of the ones I was thinking was so you have the manage experience. So if I got X amount of followers or whatever, then I would put out like a Twitter, like I'd have like a poll for each level where I could manage experience. And then the audience would then vote on who I give experience to every level, which meant people could deliberately fuck me over. Which sounds awesome, actually. I actually think that run might be actually fucking sick if I get enough people. Like, that just sounds cool. Just like, you at home get to decide how bad or how good my run will be. And I'm just forced to live with it. There's so much good shit here. And by that I mean I'll probably just buy Recover. That was just something I was thinking. I think that'd be interesting. Also, boo, you can't sell his sword. Oh yeah, you have the Black Knight. You can use him in this final level. I call him Mr. Free Concoction. Because that's basically what I fucking use him for. He has nil? Jesus Christ. Is it? Oh, I know what he is. I think someone else has it here. Yeah, the Black Knight can use lances. I don't know why they added that. Why you would give him a lance. I don't get it. There are some weird choices here. Yeah, just imagine fucking every single character, every single like bonus experience gets decided by the... That just sounds like fucking fun. That actually sounds like a goddamn nightmare, I'm not gonna lie, but also at the same time, I'm getting excited just thinking about doing that. That just sounds like fun. Like, no control. I'd be forced to use whatever other people suggested for me. I mean, like, I could definitely, like, still put it in my favor. Like, I could just manipulate stuff to make sure I had certain characters at certain levels. Because, like, I could just bring characters and have them level up naturally. I think I can do it. Again, I'm just sort of... I don't know what else to say when I'm doing my menus. Now, if you're wondering why I'm getting lore experience, it's because I kind of want to. Everybody I want to be second tier is already second tier. I could have second tiered Ilya, but like... No. I don't know. Alright, we'll get this guy a level. I mean, it's useful with an asterisk next to it. And we will explain that when we get to part 3. Specifically, a certain chapter in part 3. But, yeah, this is the final chapter of part 1. It's the worst final fucking chapter. Actually, it's a pretty good final chapter. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be like a fucking blast. You always got to give Aaron his wind edge. I mean, not Aaron. You always got to give Edward his wind edge. I swear, I have played this game multiple times, like so many times. I don't know what it is, but they give you so many wind edges. That's like all I use. It's just wind, 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 wind. Yeah, if I really wanted to, I could play this next level entirely with the Black Knight. I'm not going to, because that would kind of be funny, actually. I'm not gonna fucking lie. That would be fucking hilarious. Y'all complain about the difficulty, but then, like, they give you so many broken units. It's the day and keep. I'm boring anybody to death. Just say shut up, nerd. As I feel like these streams are just for me. Like, every time I stream this and I rewatch the VOD, I'm just like, man, nobody but me gives two shits about this random minutia. Yeah, we are not using you or you. Or you. Still can't use toy mud. They barely let you use that fucker. Fine, I'll bring Ilya. Might as well. I'm gonna bring the Black Knight. No, I'm fucking not. Fuck the Black Knight. Hashtag fuck the Black Knight. Hashtag I really shouldn't eat on stream. You know, this pizza's really fucking good. I'm gonna keep saying that. I should rename this stream title. This pizza's really fucking good. As I'm eating pizza, I'm like playing this game one-handed. It's fucking great. I do not have much to say on this chapter, but I'll explain why I liked it. I like the Ascent. The Ascent is really cool, and I think it's done pretty well. I like how you're ascending to the throne. I think it's pretty cool. This chapter also has something pretty cool. If you're asking what it is, if you played this chapter, you're probably thinking it's not that cool, and I'm overhyping it. If you never played this game, and wondering why Aaron is getting doubled. At least Aaron's a tank. Aaron, why can't you be like Tormud? I don't even know if that's the correct pronunciation. But yeah. My Fire Emblem streams really are just like to me to go off on tangents, and I acknowledge that. If you're just a rando coming into my chat or just coming in and I'm like, oh, this fucker's on another shitty tangent nobody cares about. I get it. I love this franchise, and I know way too much about it. Hey, that's the cool thing. The cool thing already happened. And you're probably thinking to yourself, what cool thing? Those are just thieves. Yeah, those are the only thieves. Ever. That will ever show up in this game. Are these two. That's the cool thing.
Now you can laugh at me for thinking that was cool. I don't know, I think it's neat. It's also fucking random, too. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Your stage. Wow, you're level 6? I used you a decent amount. Did not expect that. Nor did I plan for that. I will probably still not use you when the time comes. Because I have way too many choices. Come part 4. In which the game becomes 16 hours longer. Good. Part 4. Yeah, you're just gonna stay there untransformed until I absolutely need you. The fucking thief. He always does the same goddamn motherfucker. The thief. The fucking mage. He's like blocking off the thieves. I don't get it. Alright, get your prayers. We'll Jill hit. Fuck. Yay! Drinks for everyone. Jill managed to hit. Complimentary cocktails for Jill. I get some thumbs up in the chat. Is there even a thumbs up emote on Twitch? I don't fucking know. There isn't. I'll be very sad. Yes, well, Laura's gonna die. No, she isn't. Okay. Guys, it turns out I know what I'm doing. I actually don't. What if I use glare on the boss? I'm not gonna fucking try. She's gonna get like all of her kills right here. Like I'm not gonna use her till like the very end. Well, for fuck's sake, dodge something. Why must you suck so badly? No, that's not gonna kill. What the hell is I thinking? Don't worry, I'm just eating. Dead. Got rid of these goddamn thieves. Huh, they're dead. I don't want them stealing shit. On one hand, this might be a really stupid move. On the other hand, I need to get rid of that goddamn healer. Alright, Clone Edge. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. We don't have even skill. Someone, please. For the love of God. Dodge something. I have 3 poison motherfuckers. I should have 0 poison motherfuckers. Wow, Ilya, that was an okay level up. Not using sacrifice because I fucking need to cure their poison before I start doing that shit. You won't be usable till part 3. So many people I gotta heal with my poison. Alright, watch him one-shot this. Boom. This level also takes me a while, so just, like, buckle up, buckos. Buckle up. And I apologize if it takes me a while. Wow, that actually went super good. Want pizza. Alright, next time I'm eating before stream. I gotta stop eating on stream. Oh yeah, Reaper cards. Do I really want to explain that? I don't really want to. There's not really much for you to say on them. Super cards are a thrown item. They act as a magic attack? I don't fucking know. They kinda suck. Not gonna lie. On the one hand, they're gonna lose out on a lot of experience. On the one hand, free shit for Laura. Yeah, welcome to Fire Emblem and Chill. It's the Chill Fire Emblem stream where we just sort of chill out. And retake the capital. Damn it, I should have named that the fucking stream title. I should have been called Fire Emblem, the Chill Fire Emblem stream. Look. When we get to part 2, I'll have stuff to say. That's a fucking lie. I also don't know why I'm not, like, trying not to spoil things, because it's like... I'm like 30% sure anyone who comes into this chat already knows all of the major spoilers. But in case there's someone who hasn't, you know, I wanna make sure that everybody. Sorry, I thought there were some weird noises in my apartment. Whatever. Don't worry, the fucking S's for Sucks Brigade is almost unpoisoned. And then I gotta fucking heal everybody else. Jesus Christ, it's gonna take a while. Oh, don't worry, I have another healer. Can't get any fucking experience. Because I already fucking experienced you. Oh, I can't wait for part 2. It's not even like a joke. I actually like part 2. Even though it has some of my least favorite fucking scenes. Like, damn, some people are stupid. Like, my favorite thing about part 2 is that in order to make the villains really, really evil, they fucking make them stupid as shit. And you'll see why. That speedwing is going to be very important. But, like, there are actions made in part 2 where, like, I'm just like, okay, I sort of get it, but you're thinking so short term. And I'll explain all that when we get to certain plot beats. And I get it, like, people do think in the short term. Like, not everyone has planned all this stuff out, and, like, I guess I get it. Like, the audience knows more than, like, the characters do. There are a few decisions in part 2, man. Alright, I'm gonna let the enemy face, like, play out while I take care of all my trash. My delicious meal. Did I lose anybody? Probably not. 'Cause, you know, I'm not good. Like on the other side of my room, I already know if my mug's picking me up. Oh, God, I hope so. Ah, you guys miss me? I was gone for like 20 fucking seconds. Oh. Alright, what happened while I was gone? I didn't even watch the enemy turn. And normally I would. Because, you know, that is important. Okay. Well, Jill almost died. That's fucking cool. That's like Steel Axe, so just one shot. Fuck yeah. It's a lot easier. I'm gonna do this and then like fucking Tormod's gonna die. Good job. Good job. Go deal with these fuckers. I don't know. Today on the fucking Edward Can't Dodge Shit channel. Edward still can't dodge shit. Edward, last name, is known for not dodging shit. When asked to comment, he just said, I don't dodge shit. It's a dumb comment. Delicious. I've like run out of tangents. How is that possible? I always have tangents. It's Fire Emblem. Well, it was like a good path of radiance. Oh, Jesus Christ. Edward's dead. Well, Edward, you better dodge this. Well, Edward, you better fucking nothing. Jesus Christ. You guys had an easy kill right there. That was like fucking handed to you. Like, the gods themselves told you there was a fucking kill. You're just like, nah, I don't think I want it. Ilya, Jesus fucking Christ. Fine, I'll use Tormod. That's still not good. Yeah, that's gonna work out. Should I make this map just even longer by having Ilya take out those mages? I am super tempted to do that. Kill him. The hell did he give me an option to use Unlock? Who the fuck? He doesn't know can use Unlock. Alright, Laura, you want some experience? Free fucking experience? Because apparently we're just gonna get you to a bishop this chapter. That's the tier 2 evolution is Bishop. Oh, good. Death. Why do they have venom axes? Powerful warrior, strong axe. And Micaiah, I wish you could use staves. If only. Only Laura wasn't at max speed. Holy shit. And max magic? What the fuck? Dear intelligent design. The fuck? Yeah, we're doing the Ilya thing. I want to be a bitch. I'm allowed to do 1 or 2 stupid stalling tactics every Fire Emblem game. I'm allowed that. You guys have given me the permission to do that. My loyal fan base that doesn't have a name. Wrote in a text document, they're like, Rousdower can get critical hits when he doesn't really want them. You guys were like, okay, but if he wants to do stupid shit, he can only do it once per stream. Once per stream he can stall by doing stupid shit. I'm holding my audience to that. That was a written contract we all signed. This is the contract that you all signed. I'm gonna put it in my fucking Twitch about section. I'm just gonna put, once per Fire Emblem chapter, I will do something fucking stupid. I don't like that 7 crit the enemy has. I moved Micaiah. Okay. Okay. Battle saves are really cool. Oh, you cocksucking son of a bitch! Wait a minute, if I kill you, that means you won't have the concoction. Found a loophole, you salty bastard. Why the fuck do you double on El Thunder? Is Ilia's speed that good? I don't think so. Will Laura become... No, actually, it would take her a lot. I was waiting for him to just fucking crit on that turn. I'm not gonna lie. Here comes, like, the big question. Who the fuck do I want to take out the boss? It's just Ilya. Why does he have 6 crit? What the fuck? 0 though. Yeah, we'll do Jill. Weapon triangle. That's the only reason. I don't even know what music's playing. I genuinely don't, because my headphones are just like too far away from me. They're not. I just don't feel like playing them. Alright, who wants to let me watch me stall for like a couple turns so I can heal everybody? Jill leveled up. Hey, that was a decent-ish level up, kinda. I better pull out all the stops when they bend there. Come on, guys. Wait, hold on. Order, target. I want to see this. This is fucking great. Yes. Yeah, now they'll automatically move. Yeah, I bet you didn't fucking know you could do this. I forgot when I discovered it, but I fucking love it. So yeah. If you just do that, everyone will move automatically to a spot. I think it's, yeah, except Micaiah. That's pretty cool. Actually, it's just pretty funny. Alright, let's fucking finish this shit. We did it! We did it! Dan is under our control. We won the Dan. We won the Dan! Oh, fuck. That'd be a great fucking stream title. Yep. Micaiah is Supreme Commander of the Army. She is the High General. She gets a story-locked upgrade. Look at how garbage her stats are! Still. There's 6 movement. She's gonna help with the Dan reconstruction. That's right. Dan is we won. We won Dan's emancipation. Part 1 is very, very interesting and rough around the edges. Mostly due to the fact that all of the new units are just not that interesting, and from this point on, we'll lose all relevance besides Micaiah. I'm not kidding. All of these characters that aren't from a previous game will lose all relevance except for Micaiah. Micaiah will still be important since she's the secondary protagonist. But every other new character? Nope. They might as well have not even shown up to the game. And that's kind of sad. Like, it gets so sad from here on out. Like, it's... like, they introduce all of these characters, and it's like, none of them are important. And all of them are outclassed by other units. Like, that's the saddest part of all. We did it! We saved the world! We didn't. We just didn't save the world. I started off this stream with like an hour long of 80 different tangents, and now like I don't have anything else. Maybe part 2 will remind me of what the fuck I'm supposed to be talking about. So Tormod's gonna leave. Yeah, Dan is still a pretty racist country. Benyon. Man, fucking... imagine if furries were real. And like... I say that. Okay, so imagine if people in fursuits were actually, like, people in those fursuits. Nope, we actually learned a bit more about Branded. Branded are a Laguz and a human having a baby. Yeah. They also get magic powers. Kind of... most Branded just kind of get super strength and super speed. Micaiah gets special, and we'll explain that. I'll explain. That'll be a part later. Shit. Yeah, go get Benyon. See what happens, Micaiah. Is she missing an eye? I've never been clear on that. That is Tormano away into Gallia. Don't worry, we'll all meet again. On a really ridiculous ass level. Oh boy. Oh boy, we have a journey ahead, my friends. Like, this is just the fucking, like, taster of the fucking wacky shit we're going to get. Like, ladies and gentlemen, that was just part one, where the maps were just interesting. We're going up to the end of the world, to the beginning of the tower. As we're going to part two, where, yes, things are a bit more sane, but then the third part. Ah, the third part. And yeah, we're not ending it here. Oh yeah, there are trailers that, like, talk about what's going to happen. Is there, like, new narration? Let me get my headphones.
Is in turmoil. She begins to doubt her ability to rule. What will become of her country?
God, those are some massive spoilers. I should have just skipped it. So part one, Dan is reclaimed. Part two, civil war in the Crimea. Chimera. Interesting. Part 1 and 2 do not have much to do with the overarching storyline, except Part 1 basically establishes who's on the side of Dan when we get to Part 3, and Part 2 is just Alencia getting some character development and sort of catching up with what's happening there.
Crimea itself has spent the past
Part 2 definitely is a bit fillery, but I actually do really like Part 2. I think it has some fun maps,
now sits on Daemon's throne,
with at least one of them having a neat idea.
Rippling across the land.
So yeah, Crimea is like,
this is not the only
kind of not in a great spot.
Crimea during this time.
Dan being back,
widening gap between
back as a power, as a nation, has kind of got them all flustered. Because Alencia's was a secret for all of her life, the nobles don't really trust her.
Lost its king during the day, and what's more, her very existence was a secret from the public.
Because the actual successor was her uncle, Rennie, who disappeared.
Many of Crimea's noble houses raised their voices in protest.
So they're like, oh, we can't just have this random person.
Desire for a long-lasting peace has driven her to strengthen Crimea's ties with
she's trying to strengthen her ties with Gallia,
Crimea's claim to rule over a
and
defeated
she
Daeon.
renounces the Daemon's rule, which they call weak, but, like, let's go over this. They do not have a good standing army. Like, they could not have ruled over Daeon very well. Ike being made a noble pissed them off. Even though, like, he was only really put up there so he could be Grand General of the army.
Perhaps to avoid becoming mired in these powers.
And he just renounces his lordship and leaves. He just fucks off. They're like,
Yet
again, like, the nobles are complaining that's like, oh man,
to criticize the queen's every decision.
I can't believe Ike was made a lord. This motherfucker saved your goddamn country, you piece of shit. Motherfuckers. These guys complain about anything. Chapter 1 on Drifting Clouds. Ooh, I get to explain a game mechanic that will never come up again past this chapter. Yep. Piece of shit. They still haven't. And then they're like, man, why would you send this politically savvy guy off today? And it's like, of fucking course she did. I don't get this. And then they're just like, well, Jeffrey, we've heard rumors that you and the princess might be shagging. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Do you guys want the throne? Some contradictions right now. So Astrid, Melkov, and Marcia, I think, specifically mentioned they're going back to Benyon. All three of them are in Crimea. Which is interesting. I guess it probably was to move them, because if they went back to Benyon, they definitely would have been antagonists come part 3. Benyon kind of are the big bads for most of this game. Is a Royal Knight. Yep. They both got hired. Yeah, Benyon's really got a shitty power structure. I think my one problem with part 2 is, like, a lot of this stuff they talk about is stuff that Alencia really did not have control over. And they're always like, but all of the troubles are blamed on Alencia. It's like, but, like, what other troubles is the homeland going through? Like, we never really see or hear this. Boy, you want to see, like, stupid decision number 1? This fucking map. Not the map itself. The map itself is good, but these guys are really stupid. They want to capture Lean. Of course they fucking do. God, they're idiots. So, like, we learn literally the chapter after this that, like, the Herons are, like, under the protection of 2 kings of 2 nations. And, like, these fuckers right here are just like, man, we could just sell this girl off. And it's like, no. Do you guys realize you'll just spark a dumb war? Like, these guys would have started the war, would have, like, kicked off such a problem. And then these guys are just like, oh, the fucking queen. Oh, that's right, she doesn't say she's the queen. They also are just like, what is it? They're also just like, man, the queen. It's like, holy shit, you're basically causing a diplomatic issue. I mean, like, both sides are, to be fair. I don't know. I think this map is cool for one reason, and that's the clouds. The clouds actually shift. And you might think to yourself, well, what the fuck does that mean? Well, clouds provide cover. Because of that, that means the cover changes. You're like, oh, that's interesting. What the fuck? Why am I dropping some frames? Is everything good on your guys' end? Then I was dropping frames over here, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, why the fuck is it running so weird? Well, okay, maybe it's good now? Ah, shit. Okay, they're gonna capture her. Oh, no, okay. So, the cloud mechanic, I think, is interesting. It's never used again. This is the only map that has it. Which is kind of sad. I kind of think it's a cool mechanic. This whole fighting in the sky thing. Speaking of people in the sky, who the fuck is this? It's my dude. My bro. Dude, I love Har. I love him to death. Yeah, so Hurons are basically dancers, if you've played Fire Emblem before. And let's go talk to Har real quick. Hey Har, what do you got for us? But some of them, I think Lean allows you to heal units nearby, which I think is really neat. I don't know, they're kind of useless. Marcia kind of just bullies Har into fucking sticking around. I'm gonna get a look of sense, girl. And then she's like, Jill. And then she's like, what if I just bring Jill's name into this? So yeah, holy shit, already max skill. Oh. We have a special name for Har in my household. And that is Dr. Broken. And you're probably thinking to yourself, why is his name Dr. Broken? And the answer to that question is, he's fucking broken. Like, he is 600% super broken. Now you might be asking yourself, well, he can't be that broken. All flyers have a weakness to... What do they have weakness to, ladies and gentlemen? That's right. Thank you for answering the chat. They have a weakness to bow and arrows. And, oh, but crossbows were introduced in this game. So the crossbow units. Nope. Draco Knights had their, had their bow and arrow weakness removed in this game. Well, they're weak to magic. Draco Knights have notoriously poor resistance. And they gained the weakness to thunder magic, or they still haven't. I'm actually unsure about that one. So that's it. That's what it is to me. There are not a lot of thunder mages in this game. That's not a joke. They're not that big of a problem. And as for magic as a whole, Har will just dodge everything. So you're thinking, okay, that's not super broken. It's not like Har has, like, some of the highest defense in the game. Har has some of the highest defense and HP in the game. It's very rare. I mean, he'll take damage this turn. Like, that's gonna be unavoidable. But, like, for most of the time, he just doesn't take damage. He just shrugs that shit off. He also knows this guy. Har will take damage here because he currently doesn't have his super bullshit at the moment. Not yet. In fact, he's already like taking only 3 against Draco Knights, which legendarily have higher strength. Yeah, they have higher strength and defense, while Pegasus Knights excel in speed and resistance. That's why they're called mage killers. Oh, come on, guys. Come on, Har. This level also does not have reinforcements, and you'll see why I mentioned that in just a second. But let's give Alencia a kill, because Alencia doesn't have Mercy yet. We will explain Mercy, and we will cry, and we'll cry about Mercy forever. I hate Mercy. It's the worst skill. She's queen. She has her own little special stat, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, let's just finish the fucking job. You piece of shit. He's dead. I kind of wonder how Alencia explained this, or like, did the Draco Knights just vanish and nobody cared? That short axe will become very important, or at least pretty useful. Well, I'm curious. I'm curious what Benyon had to say about all this. So yeah, there are no reinforcements. I only mention this because so you might be thinking to yourself, wait a minute, if there's no reinforcements, what are you going to... Do you have to do all 8 turns? Yes, you still have to wait. It's impossible. At least on easy mode. Fucking R. It's like, this is a skirmish. Like, there's no way to hide this. My assumption is that the events of Part 3 happened. And, like, they just didn't have time. S sword and S staff, huh? That's a little interesting. God, you'll never see me using these Hurons very often. Her affiliation is Crimea Army. It's like, it's really not. Can she? Nope, she would need another couple turns. I don't even know what Hurons get when they fucking transform. I really don't. We killed them all, Marcia. Ah, the princess. Honestly, why aren't you traveling with a bigger convoy? He's not in Kivsa anymore? She needs to go see Ike. Ooh. She needs to see good old Ike, but Ike left. We won't be seeing Ike for a while. Yeah, there's always fighting. So that's chapter 1. Chapter 2. Do not mean to yawn. Chapter 2 might actually fly by really quickly. I don't mean it to, but that's just kind of how chapter 2 is.
Encounters and defeats a wing of Benyan Draco Knights trespassing in Crimean skies. After rescuing Chamber.
They say defeated, but like they killed them.
She invites them to be her guests at the royal court.
Cool.
While Elincia's show of loyalty to her Laguz.
Yeah, I don't get this. Like, she's definitely pro Laguz, and they're like pissed off.
At court. They are aware that the Heron Princess is
Yeah.
under the mutual protection.
Don't want to fuck
of
with
the
those
mighty
two
Laguz
idiots.
Hawk King and Raven King. Because of this, there is no public show of distaste.
Fucking racism, man.
However, dissatisfaction with Elincia's rule now spreads from a single faction to a larger group. Crimea's
They're
unity
making
is slowly
allies.
rotting from within.
Like, I've never gotten
This
this. It's
discord
like,
begins to be felt even in
oh no,
country
she's
hamlets,
allying
like
herself
the
with other
far village of
nations.
Oma.
How dare she? Ohm, huh? Interesting. That's a very familiar... Ohm is an interesting name. I wonder if we've heard it before. We have, actually. It's the village of... It's Brahm! That's gotta be Brahm! He's just being a farmer. But she's here. Interesting. Revolution's brewing. I wonder why they kept their armor. They definitely could have sold that. Brahm's like, man, she's a little young to be part, like, in a fucking war. She should be dicking around. You're an idiot. Yeah, we don't really have the army to go after. Yeah, I just armed a bunch of civilians. Yeah, I think they switched him to using axes because they didn't want to have two spear users. That's just redundant. Yeah, we are not gonna fucking. This guy like does this, but like you think any of the civilians would have just been like, wait a minute, the fucking war. Like these people are war heroes. And they're just stupidly like, nah, we'll just fight them. Alright, I gotta bait you out. You might be asking yourself, what the fuck am I doing? We'll get there. Okay. I can't stop fucking laughing. Oliver, my dude.
Yeah, these fucking lowboards. Oh, man. That is... you missed her by one chapter, my friend. My good Oliver. But she'll be in the next one. And, you missed the one that will actually... Oh, wait, I don't want to spoil that, right? But she'll be coming up, my good friend Oliver. Hopefully we'll be paying a visit to you at some point. Oh, you're living that hard. She'll be in this... Yeah, we still have more chances to see her. I can't believe the Oliver is here. The legendary man from Path of Radiance. Who totally won't show up in this game at all. Like my favorite character. I am not going to lie. So this chapter. What do I want to say about this map? Not much. It's pretty basic in the terms of stuff. I do kind of like how the map sort of gives you an opportunity to sort of explore the rest of it. Like, you can just climb the stairs, fight the boss. But, there's other stuff to be found. There are houses, there's all sorts of cool stuff, which I think is neat. I actually like that a lot. And also, who's this? Another new character. Heather. Man, what do I say about Heather? Okay, so... What if your only character trait was lesbian? Yeah, that's a good way to sum her up. That's it. That's her entire character. I don't even really know why she's here. And not in like a, oh, she's a really bad... You're not wrong. That's kind of it. She's just kind of a lesbian, and like... I like her design, but there's not much to her as a character. I feel like they wrote this part and they realized there weren't any new characters in this part. There kind of are. Nelucci and Len, I don't really know which one is the pronunciation, are new because you didn't play as them in Path of Radiance. They're new to this game. But I feel like they just realized they didn't have any new characters, so they're like, okay, why doesn't Heather have a fucking, like, at least an herb or something? So their consolation was good old Heather. Now, how do we talk about Heather in terms of stats? Heather is also a pretty terrible unit. Without wishing to get into too many spoilers to like who we'll eventually be getting in this game, because we will be getting other characters that fill that role, to fill the sort of thief role. Heather's issue is that there are two other thieves. Solth, who has the potential to actually be pretty good. Depending on if you transferred stats over, depending on just RNG, Solth can actually be an okay unit. Kind of. So, she really has to compete with the second thief you get. Now, I am not going to spoil who that is, but he's way better. That's all I'm really gonna say. The second thief is a lot better. I could be incorrect here, because I don't remember. I don't have everybody's growths memorized off the top of my head, but if I remember correctly, she's very strong in speed. Not so much in strength. So that's where I would say, not a very good unit. Is he not... Is this guy not going to attack? What the fuck? Yeah, I'll just do this. I'm actually just going to see if I can do this. So, my first thought is bad unit. She's not very useful. I won't be able to show it off here. Which is very sad. Mostly because the boss is locked. But, I learned in a very recent playthrough... Now they're going to attack. Okay. I learned something interesting recently. And that's with Brahm's Disarm. Brahm has a move called Disarm. It's a special ability he has. I don't know why they gave it to him. I'm going to extend this level just so I can explain what I'm talking about. Yeah, Disarm was added in this game. He didn't attack again. What the fuck is going on? Does he only attack if I attack? Hold on, let me see if I can figure this out. I'm just gonna milk this. This is fucking funny. So, if you disarm a unit, their equipment becomes unequipped. Heather has the ability Steal. So you can disarm an opponent. It's RNG, whether or not it fucking... Oh, now he attacks. Disarm is RNG, but... Yes. But if it disarms a unit, she can come in, swoop in, and steal it. The Duke... This guy is a fucking 300%, 300 IQ genius. He just tells her exactly who's leading the rebellion. I love it. That saves us so much busy work. So yeah, that is a usefulness for Heather. I think Disarm is RNG. Let me check real quick. Yeah, just can calls. She still has, I think, Wrath. Nope, she has Pass, which is not what I want. Yeah, she still has Wrath. I don't know if Resolve is in this game, so I don't know if I could do Wrath and Resolve again. Which would be kind of funny. I think that'd be pretty great. Yeah, we just killed this guy. But there's a revolution a-brewing. And now we know the revolution's name. The Revolters. Just looking over at chat, it's a fucking great-ass name. Fucking legend Oliver is. Don't worry, we'll get to why I love Oliver. I love him. You're a murderer. See, Brahm says this, but like, he's not really. Also, Brahm, I didn't bring you on like any levels. Part 2 is also extremely short. I probably won't be streaming for that much longer just because it is a bit late where I am and I don't want to wake up any of my neighbors. But if we can complete Part 2, that'd be super nice. Probably not, since the last 2 chapters are actually quite long. Sadly, see the affection or immense hate and jealousy from me. 'Tis the curse of being born with such beauty. Aw, I love it. Oliver needed to be in more of this game. I mean, he's dead. He's not in this game. He's definitely... No, he's gotta be in Heroes. I don't know what it is. Like, he's like one of the most memorable parts of Path of Radiance. And that is because of Daybreaks, but also just like, he's such a weird... Like, he's not even like a filler villain either, is the weird part. When I was a kid, I always thought, oh, it's just the filler segment. No. That weirdly actually is a very important segment. Probably one of the most important. Especially since half of the plot of this game Tides of Intrigue. Ooh. They should have done like a 4-part level like they did in that. I would have loved the Daybreaks too. Okay, maybe not actually, the more I think about it. Maybe we didn't need Daybreaks too. Yep, so they've reported to the Queen. So now Alencia is sending Lucia to go make 100% sure that he is a traitor bastard so they can send the Royal Knights after him. Also, I don't know if there's an official source, but I always kind of assumed, like, I knew Braum was, like, middle-aged, but I kind of assumed Nefay, whatever the fuck her name is. I always assumed she was definitely, like, early 20s, but I definitely could be wrong on this. Yeah, here's Heather's one personality trait. She'd rather have Alencia rule, because she's fucking lesbian. That's it. I don't get this unit at all. And it's kind of the whole reason she's still here. This response! You say some funny things. That's just the way some folks are. They ain't always what they appear. Braum is pro-LGBTQ, apparently. That's how I'm interpreting this. Mostly because I think it's great. Yep, they're both coming with. Braum, you'd not be good at espionage. I forgot they're like both country people. And then Heather just barges in like, ooh, pretty lady. Which, I mean, she's not wrong. Come on, people. Friend. Stalker. Just sort of showed up. Yeah, what was the point of that chapter? Hey, look, there's little goose units. Hi, Leith. Hi, Mordecai. Mordacy. Whatever the fuck I'm supposed to pronounce his name. They're also here. I absolutely do not understand. Like, it's not like they're like... I get they're racist. I get that. But, like, Gallia borders this nation. Do you really want to, like, openly be hostile? Like, this is so stupid. This would be the equivalent of, like... Oh, Eileen. Lien. I don't really know how to pronounce her name either. Her design's actually really cool. I actually like the Hurons. All of them have really cool designs. They're very regal, but also like... How do I describe this? Okay, like, all characters in this game are designed to be attractive, but you can tell that the Hurons are designed specifically to be, like, beautiful and, like, elegant. Like, out of a painting. I'm sounding like fucking Oliver now. But... I like that. I like that that's how they're designed. It's like how I like how all the Goose leaders are designed like they're big and they're, like, imposing. Like, Canagus's design is fucking great. I love it. But they're all, like... Even Asala's design is very slick and it's very, like, professional. But it still looks, like, imposing, just in a different way. Tabarn looks like a dude out in the backcountry. Canagus is, like, dressed up. Like, he's got this, like, imposing, big, like, appearance. God, I'm, like, doing a terrible job describing this. It's a good luck charm. Oh, I love this. And then, who am I missing?
Oh, Disgaea? That is not his name, but that's what I'm calling him. He just looks big. I love his design. We are saving that talisman for somebody else. And Jeffrey's got a present for us. Ugh, hope no one heard that. Yeah, that elixir will be very useful. But I think all the characters, with some exceptions, we'll get to the ones I don't really think are well designed later on. I think this convoy is shared with everybody this chapter. I really hope so, because there is no store. I don't think I can use the store this time around. Nope. These filthy animals, such simple creatures, these guys. I'm gonna take a screenshot of all of these fucking... of this entire chat. I fucking love this guy. They're pretty simple-minded. I wouldn't be throwing stones, though. My good friend Oliver. It's not like Benion's much better. Especially considering what we'll learn about your fair nation in like 2 hours when we get to part 3. They keep talking like part 3 is like this gargantuan fucking monster of a part, and it kind of is. And then there's part 4. Oh, Ludwig. Oh, what do I say about this dude? Yeah, they just want... Oh my god. This fucker. This dude sees her and just immediately goes into the flirting. Delicious, delicious mangoes. Hey, actually remember that panning shot of that fortress area. I want you to remember that. It'll become important later. I also don't know why they found in a cave a document of him being like, "Dear fellow co-conspirators, I, Duke Fuck Myself, am going to revolt against the Queen. Sincerely, the Duke." It's Nelucci. You get Nelucci a lot. It's weird. It's like somebody on the design team was like, we need a second Crow character. But instead of like making a new one up, well, I guess there's 3 now. There's Vika. Hey, do you know what Fog of War is? No? Well, too bad. Fog of War is a thing. I just talked about how racism is bad, and now I'm gonna bench all my Laguz characters. They are kind of a pain in the ass to use, I am not going to lie. Oh, hey, Glyph. It's my good buddy Glyph. I keep forgetting that there's one. I played this recently, and I also fell for that. Well, Glyph, since you're here, I should probably catch you up on the storyline. I don't know if our good friend, Duke Oliver, or Oliver the Duke of Tanis, is still with us, but you can read his lovely messages. Who was gracing our presence earlier. The Great Duke. So, in the nation we freed from the first game, a evil lord is going to revolt. Oh, if only I was going to use her. She's gonna sort of sit by the sidelines this chapter. I actually do know. I usually like I've talked about stat spreads and I've talked about. Oh, okay, I can't really do that. All the differences between stuff, like I know. I guess the Armor Knights are the ones I don't know.
Yeah, she's just gonna sit in the corner. Also, he's got kids. Brahm's got kids. Oh, I really hope Heather doesn't die. She's a bad unit, but... okay. I'm still gonna restart, because, like, that's just how I play these games. So how do I describe... So I know, as I was mentioning, I know for the most part, like, different stats and how characters stack up. Oh, hell yeah. I was so fucking worried. I'm not... even though I am streaming and I probably should, I shouldn't restart. Part of me just can't. I can't play these games without restarting. Like, I don't like losing units. Because I've beaten almost every Fire Emblem game without losing a unit. Which is cool. But... Nuzlocke. So you mean a normal Fire Emblem run? Well, Glyph, since you're here, you missed it. I was talking about something called Hard 5. Do you want to guess what Hard 5 is? Well, I'll give him a second to... I mean, that's how you're supposed to play the game. You're not supposed to restart after a unit dies. You're supposed to, like, keep playing. And before anyone makes the argument, that's not how you're supposed to play, blah, blah, blah. The GameCube games are built in a way in which that is true. Units... Oh, yeah, so... As I was saying, remember when it was specifically mentioned that this cave only has one entrance? Where did these fuckers come from? Also, you might think I'm doing something weird with Braum. I'm not. Just don't worry about what he's doing. But... yeah, so the GameCube games, or the Tellius games, have units... This game kind of does that, too. Also has a... They've only just used the flame. Flame. Well, they're trying to be discreet. Also, you still haven't guessed what Hard 5 is. I want to know what you think Hard 5 is. And then I will explain how awesome it is. You know what, Oliver? I think we actually might be using her real quick. Being in a state of arousal at the early hours of... It's a weird internet custom challenge. Hard 5 is actually not a custom challenge. Hard 5 is the hardest difficulty on Fire Emblem Path of... not Path of Rains. Radiant Dawn. Not Radiant Dawn. Shadow Dragon. I should probably remember this. So it is the hardest difficulty. In Japan, it is called, I think, Maniac. It is notoriously so difficult, and yes, I will be using Lean, so I guess Oliver gets to rejoice. It is notoriously so difficult that there are literally turn-by-turn guides written about it online. It's also the main reason people know about Shadow Dragon's extremely weird mechanic. Alright, I hope that I explained this correctly. So in Shadow Dragon, and as far as I know, in only Shadow Dragon, if you lose a certain number of units, so the game won't let you start a chapter with less units than you need for that chapter. So if the chapter says you can deploy... Oh yeah, that's why he's going down here. To go fight this random thief. So if the chapter says you can have up to 5 units. Shadow Dragon will not let you do a chapter without 5 units. They do not come back as zombies. So here is how Shadow Dragon deals with this. You get randomly generated units that have their own names. Now, you might think that's stupid. No, the Shadow Dragon refers to something else, Cliff. Why the fuck? That's an axe. So you get random units. The thing about the random units is, if I'm remembering correctly, their names are all insulting. Like, I swear one of their names is like Loser and Pwned. Like, the game is just mocking you for losing that many units. What the fuck does that... Oh, I do not want to use an elixir just for a little bit of health. It's an odd mechanic? I don't quite get why it's in Shadow Dragon. Yeah, the Shadow Dragon refers to, like, the bad guy. But you get, like... But yeah, you get units with names like Loser and Pwned. And, like, Dumb. I want to print out, like, a list. But, like, the game's units just mock you. That's never been done since. And as far as I know, hasn't been done in any previous one. So here's another rebel. He wants to dethrone the queen. We don't want him to dethrone the queen. We like the queen. Yeah. The more I play this, the more I realize most of my fun facts are almost entirely based around Part 3. Zombie units, though, that sounds interesting. They should do that for a game. Also, he has a secret book you can steal with Heather, but I don't really want a secret book. Bonus and skill isn't really that useful to anybody on this team. Skill is more of an axe wielder thing, and I don't get an axe wielder. Well, I actually technically do with Kieran, but it'd be more of a thing I need for Boyd or Noland, because they got... we're coming to that. Alright. Actually, I might just be able to finish up Part 2. I only got 2 more chapters. Part 2 is very short. I'm not sure why. So now the rebellion is actually happening. So the princess is telling her leader of her knights to go take out the rebellion. Uncle Renning, I bet he's not in this game. I'm changing my Steam username to Pwned. Wait, did you find it? Did you find, like, the name list? Hold on, I'm gonna Google the name list real quick. We're just in a cutscene. Oh, what would I even look up? Oh, replacement characters. Oh, it's also in New Mystery of the Emblem. Man, give me names. Maybe Siren's Forest. Oh yeah, here's the list of names. What? One of them's like just unit. Wait, is my memory incorrect? I could have sworn they're like a bunch of insulting ones. Man, maybe my memory's just really shitty. I'm looking it up, unless I'm, like, forgetting.
Insurrection erupts across Crimea. The wounds Crimea suffered during the conflict with Dain
Maybe I just
have
misremembered.
finally begun to heal, and it should be rejoicing in its hard-won peace. How is it that the
could have
fires of
sworn.
rebellion have been lit? Bastion, Queen Elincia's most trusted advisor, widely acknowledged for his political savvy, is on a mission to Dain.
Maybe I was just wrong.
And the Grail
It was revealed to you in a
the original
dream.
authors of Crimea's recovery are nowhere to be found. Queen Elincia, close to despair,
It's quite possible I played like a ROM hack that had that. Maybe it's a hard 5 thing.
Her only wish is to
Okay, so I was wrong about that.
so that she
But the replacement unit thing I think is a very interesting mechanic, because it's the only time in a Fire Emblem game. No, seriously, I can lose as many units as I want in this, and the game will still let me continue going. Sadly, we lost our Heron. But we get... It's weird that Oliver would come in now, simply because of who we're about to get. Not Callie, not quite her. It's Amy. For reference who Amy is, she is Callie and Largo's adopted daughter. They married in between games. Oh, Markov. Oh, no. 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 Astrid, why? Why did they write her like that? I don't even wanna... I don't even want to. Oh yeah, so... You might be thinking, why don't I get Largo in this game? He's missing an entire arm. I don't know if... I think they explained it in this. Is his speed stat bad? No. Yeah, I don't know where fucking Largo... Yeah, I get it. I get it. I hate you. Yeah, they never really explain how Largo lost his arm. We'll get Callie next time. It's Davden! In your case, let Davden join you. Davden is not citizen of Crimea. Davden will fight like 10 men. Devdon, when did you get here? Actually, General, this is not Devdon. This is my friend of mine, Davden. Yes, it's true. People often make that mistake, but Davden is definitely not Devdon. You look exactly like him. Doesn't he? Amazing, isn't it? Anyway, you can take him with you. Oh, no pressure, but the fate of our country depends on the Royal Knights. Davden will fight like bear, like a tiger. We don't need Largo and Callie because Davden is pretty amazing. So the reason I said it was funny that we had Oliver in the chat is that Devdon's recruitment is in a place that's owned by Oliver. So I just thought that was kind of funny. We're gonna get some items real quick. Valencia will give Jeffrey his signature item. Who is Davdon anyways? He's a recruitable character in the first game. They look... Oh, I thought you said... I read that as who is him. See, it's weird that they're not the same person because he gets the stats that you get from Devdon. Or Davden. So it's interesting. Yep, and this is how you get Jeffrey's Brave Lance. Now you might be noticing that I haven't used any of the bonus experience. And that's because I'm saving it because of something I need to do in the final chapter. I will probably not be using Devden very often. Mostly because he just comes across as just... okay. He doesn't really excel at anything, and he's just sort of... he's a decent unit. And an easy one to throw into any kind of situation. Again, he's sort of there if you don't have a good lance unit. Cannon fodder. Kinda, yeah. I mean, like, see, his stats aren't terrible. They're just, like, not impressive compared to other, lance users. Okay, they do share. Okay, we need to buy stuff. Because I will not be able to get through this without some extra equipment. Luckily, we have this. But he'll fight like 10 men. I mean, he can. Also, fun fact. So I don't actually use him that much in either playthroughs. Yeah, I know. I should... it's because I have other units. But if you do his playthrough in, if you do some of his support conversations, he's apparently not actually from Tellius. He's from somewhere else. And wherever he's from, they don't actually speak English, or the language that you speak in Tellius. That is actually why he's supposed to have, at least that's what I read, that's why he speaks in a very simplistic way. Is that it's him trying to translate what he's saying. If true, that's interesting. Weird that the only character that, like, that's, like, darker skinned is the one they picked for that, but, you know. Interesting. But I thought that was cool. Again, if it's true, it's just something I read. And apparently my memory about things that I'm reading isn't very good. I am not going to give you a steel blade. I'm scared you will not double with that. And that would make me pretty sad. Also, I'm giving you guys all this equipment, but like, none of you will use it. And not like, oh... also, for some reason, you can buy magic and knives. And you might think, well, it's a shop. These are the only 6 units you can possibly have. None of them use magic, and none of them use knives. Also, since we have Devden, I can show something. Okay, so library. We're not doing records. Terms is not what I wanted. Now the screen is just black. Characters. This is a giant character sheet. Oh, fuck. Okay, the character sheet updates based on my most recent, the furthest along, storyline. So, okay, it's a little more filled out than I wanted it to be. But if we go down here... same person, question mark. Morns? Which one's Morns? Hold on. Yes, it is. To get technical, I don't care about Shinon, but Titania's actually was in love with Grail. But by the time he met her, he already had a wife. And I think a kid? I think Ike had been born by that point. And then, you know, his wife dies, or... oh, wait, I can just say spoilers about the other game. Gwaine and Grail are the same person. Glyph. Same person. Yeah, and then by the time... also, I like... fuck, ugh. Oh, there's no, like, full page. Yeah, I also like how she has blue hair, which explains why Ike has blue hair. But... loyal siblings, I like all this. It's... one wife for Grail, one for Gwaine. Amy is a completely useless character. I don't actually know why she's here. I actually want to look around this a little bit more. See if I can find anything else interesting. Well, if we look at Benyon... you probably are wondering, what are these 2 slots for? I'm not gonna spoil, because I actually know who them are, and I can't actually remember who this is. This one is also a bit of a mystery. Where's Unloyal? Where's Planning to Stab? Well, if there was Planning to Stab and Unloyal, it'd be Leakin to Sanki. Yeah. Oh, I guess I did meet Veltome in my other playthrough. Well, that's a character, alright. Oh, we'll get to him. We'll get to him. But yeah. Again, I'm not sure who that's supposed to be. I think I have all of... Yeah, I got all of Gallia. I've got all of Phoenix and Kivza's. I think I know which one this is. Oh, fuck. Okay, that's a spoiler. Ignore the question mark. Ignore the question mark, chat. That's... We'll talk about it. This is a really weird one. There are some lines that I'm surprised aren't drawn. God dang, that really shows you how much of the game you're already, like, through. And I think I know who this is. What's also weird is, where are they? So some of these characters do not have art. Like, Gwaine doesn't because he's Grail. This guy doesn't. And there's one other one that does not have art. That is, the Saren Forest, their father. And I assumed there was no art. Apparently there is concept art of him somewhere. I think I recently saw it. It's kind of like how, Heroes has been doing this, where certain characters will get concept art that don't have them. Like, some legendary characters from... I think Blazing Sword have recently gotten art. I don't want any of these people to have a support. Okay, enough fucking around. Let's actually do this. Jeffrey's Charge. What do I want to say about this level? It's interesting. It's actually very easy. So we had the Dawn Brigade's first part, which was very difficult because the Dawn Brigade stats aren't very good and all of them come under-leveled. Then we enter part 2. The first 2 chapters are actually kind of difficult. Marcia and Alencia and Nelucci are not actually the greatest against those Draco Knights, and you really need to rely heavily on Har, who's good, but not the best. Not now, anyways. So, he's left a contingency force behind so that the Knights will then go fight, so that they can invade the capital while the main army is gone. And then there's this chapter. This chapter is weirdly easy because it's a mix of, like, good units and garbage units. Now, again, hazy memory, but I seem to recall that if you... Oh, fuck it. I don't actually think. I don't think this one's true, but I do remember reading somewhere that if you fight... The units on this map, I believe, are classified under 2 different types. What the fuck? Some of them are... let's see if I can figure this out. Yeah. So, if we go to... Let's see if this is actually real. Where the fuck is just the map? Okay, there we go. No, it's just Rebel Army. Okay, then I guess whatever. I remember reading somewhere that one of these, if you don't kill any of, like... It might be the Brahmin to Fiend level, where if you don't kill any of the civilians, like the civilian fighters, you get bonus XP. But I could be wrong. We've proven time and time again how my memory sucks. So, very early in the stream, I was mentioning various... So your EXP for not killing has brought up something interesting that I just remembered. What the fuck? Held him. What the fuck? The Honky is banned? Excuse me? I am just as confused as you. Glyph? What the I got that message and I was like, what the fuck? What is Glyph trying to post in my chat? Against white people. No, I'll allow Honky. Hell, I'll allow Cracker, too. But that's because I think Cracker is a funny word. I think it's funny to call white people Cracker. Oh no, I'm getting political here. You'll get banned for saying this. Okay, I call people I call a kid, not a kid, I call a coworker of mine Cracker because I think it's funny. The correct term nowadays is to call them colonizers. It's good to know that honky is a goddamn banned word in Twitch chat. That's a fucking funny revelation. Does anyone remember what point I was trying to make earlier? Oh right, the EXP thing. I didn't do this. But, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, I was talking about various challenge runs I could potentially do based on, like, follower count. I'm still unsure, because I keep repeating this, if I want to, like, make a list of cool Fire Emblem challenges and then be like, if I get X amount of followers on Twitch or on Twitter, I'll do this challenge. But one of the things you can do is the sneak route in Path of Radiance. So Path of Radiance has a chapter where you can do a sneak route, where you don't kill anyone. I don't think you can kill anyone. I'm trying to remember. I don't know the exact guidelines for it because I've never actually done it. And you also really need to know what you're doing. It's a step-by-step thing. Yes, the jail map. If you do the sneak route, you get a whole bunch of bonus experience. I've never done it, and as I've said, it's because it requires you to sort of know exactly what you're doing. I believe there are guides online of how to do it. I'm not entirely sure. Actually, yeah, I definitely know there are. There are, like, turn-by-turn guides, and it ends up being just more annoying than, like, fun to do. It's easier just to fucking just kill them all. It's a lot easier, actually. I don't have much to say about this map because it's just kind of one of those, like, decently designed maps. There's fun little twists and turns. There's a mixture of easy and hard enemies. Your units are pretty good, so I don't really have to worry too much until I get closer to the this, like, the center of the map, which I actually think is a cool, neat thing. Like, the enemies start out pretty easy, but as you get closer and closer, they become slightly more and more difficult. We'll see a few harder enemies closer to the gate, which I like. I think that's really cool. And why are all my allied units in a corner? I don't want them stealing any of the experience. That's really it. I don't really need them, and while this map will take longer without them, I don't really care. I'd rather have my units get the experience. Oh, besides the jail map, there's another map where if you don't kill... In Path of Radiance, there's a map in which the enemy takes a bunch of healers hostage, and if you don't kill any of them, not only do you get an item, you also get an EXP, massive amount of EXP. They're called, like, I think, they're, like, considered hidden objectives, but nobody... I don't really do them. I do that one, because you get a really nice staff from it. Only one of them attacks you. Only one of the hostages is capable of attacking you. the rest literally just stand in your way. That was a piss poor level up, Jeffrey. They're innocent. I'm not killing innocent people. Stop saying we mode 1 disconnected. This is the first time I saw that this stream. It's a very rambling stream, but that's kind of what all my Fire Emblem streams are. But doing the sneak route, or at least showing it off on stream, might be an interesting, like, thing to do if people really want. If like, I want to consider more challenges. But that's like all I can really show off is like, hey, here's how you do the sneak route. I'm sure other people have streamed it, so it's not even like special. I was just thinking of other challenges. I've never actually even seen it. I think I've read the guide a couple of times because of like my brother wanted to do it. So like how we did it was that I think I had the guide like up on a screen, and then like every time certain stuff happened, that was a good level up. Like whenever a person moved or something, I was like supposed to tell him like, oh, go here, go there, move 5 back. It's really annoying. Especially if you play it on like the hardest difficulty where you have to make all of the allied units, all the prisoners leave in order to actually get them. You don't. You just have to open their cells on any difficulty other than hard, I believe. But on hard mode, you have to open their cells, you have to talk to them with the right units, and they have to leave in order to get them. An extra layer of annoyance. Yeah, this is map for you. There's reinforcements that come where the Pegasus Knight Marcia is. They'll come in like waves of 2 or 3. Some will come up there, but not a lot of them. We are getting close to the most annoying part about this map, and that's this little area right here. So this area is annoying, and that's because of a couple things. And that's called this, that. Those are both gonna be annoying. So the best way to do this is to try to bum rush the sides and make sure they're taken out before I can take out the boss. The boss is interesting. And by interesting, I mean not really, but also... Wow, Jeffrey, Jesus Christ. Not really, but also, he has a Voodoo, which is basically a better version of a Killer Sword. And we have 2 Psychic users. Oh, just 1, actually. Oh, there's one over here. Okay, but we also have someone who can use Psychic, which is not good. We don't want that. Psychic is a ranged heal move, which is not good. That means that he can heal the boss. You know, he's not next to the boss. We don't want that. We want to not have the boss heal, other than the, like, 2 or 3 health he's going to get from sitting at the boss chamber, because that's just how that goes. Yeah, I think this is a good map to talk about the differences in difficulty. This stream really feels like I have, like, a fucking notepad of, like, topics written down somewhere. I don't. This is just, like, shit I talk about. So, I played the first stream entirely on normal difficulty, and I didn't do very good. If you follow my Twitter, I made an announcement, and then I explained at the beginning of this stream that I'd be switching over for a much smoother experience. And I was playing on easy before this. I have another account that I recently was playing on because I fucking love Fire Emblem so much. Yes, Glyph, I saw you laughing at me. But I did ask for it. I mean, come on, I'm playing on fucking easy. That is a steel longbow. I do not want to deal with that shit. No, crit, please. So, easy mode is this mode. And it's way too easy. That's kind of all I have to say. I thought normal was too difficult, but honestly it feels more just like... it didn't feel too difficult in the sense that it was just unfair. I feel like, to me, it was just too difficult because a lot of the enemy spawns were extremely random. Like, the map I was having the most difficulty on had this really bad tendency, in my opinion, to spawn like 3 or 4 fucking Pegasus Knights, and then have my entire back line die in like 5 minutes. So I kept restarting because I kept losing my healer, or I kept losing a unit. And that was just annoying. Again, I could just not restart, I could not care, but that's just not how we play Fire Emblem games, you know? There's something in a Fire Emblem player's blood that makes you need every unit to live in the end. See, they spawn over there. And I must have forgotten the spawns up there. But there's just something about a Fire Emblem player where, like, part of them is just, we need every unit alive at the end of the day. And I am definitely subscribed to that philosophy. Now, with that said, I will not be recruiting everybody in this run. Now, you might be asking, well, what do you mean by that? And I would say, one, I can't. Radiant Dawn has 2 characters that are locked behind a second game. One of them, I've said early in this stream, is Peleus, and the other one is a secret character. By that I mean I'm not going to reveal who it is until we actually get to them, because it would be a massive spoiler if I explained who they are. It really would be. No, it's not the first massive spoiler people think of. There's another, the second game plus one. It's not the Black Knight. I'm gonna spoil that now, it's not the Black Knight. Though if you've played Heroes, you already know who the Black Knight is, because apparently they just fucking spoiled it. But, what do I want to say? I say that a lot, Jesus Christ. But even if this was a second playthrough, the steps to getting the second character are so completely hard and bullshit that there's no way in hell I would be able to do them. If you've played this game, you probably know what those steps are, or at least have heard of them. Simply because, you know, you've played this game. I actually didn't know they were recruitable until pretty recently, actually. Mostly because I looked it up. Like, I looked up who's all recruitable, and I just assumed Peleus was the only one. Glyph, you actually missed chapters where I got to play as the Black Knight. Those were earlier this stream. I think you actually got a decent amount of this done today. That's nice. It's very funny that I'm streaming this, and then, like, I look over at Twitch, and it's like everybody's just streaming Elden Ring. Like, I just think that's fucking hilarious. Like, I'm playing the good game. Those guys don't know what they're missing out on. Yeah. And no, I don't actually know the steps off the top of my head. You can change trends or you can be timeless. See, like, part of me is like, oh, I'm like, no one's streaming this game. I'm like the only one. They're actually, that is a fucking lie. I looked up Radiant Dawn yesterday on Twitch because I was just curious. Disappoint. Well, we didn't know it was gonna blow ass. We all thought it was going to be good. Like, we were all excited. I'm gonna disappoint you, Glyph, but I'm gonna say this on stream. I do want to stream Cyberpunk. I still want to get it. I still want to purchase it. I've heard if you can get past all the bugs, the story is actually pretty good. I don't know. I was hyped. I actually remember I was awake when it came out. Now this is going to be a Cyberpunk discussion. I was awake when it launched, and... See, Oliver liked it. I have heard the people who were able to get past all the bugs, or people who got past it all, found that it was a really good game. It's just, the bugs are just... I don't want to know the endings. I know there's more than one, but I do genuinely want to play it. And that might seem silly, but I'm waiting for it to go on sale. And I would like to stream it. I think it would be an interesting stream. I think before I stream it, though, I probably want to brush up on my Cyberpunk lore, so I know a bit about the tabletop game. It's one of the few tabletops that are pretty popular, but I don't actually know a whole lot about. It's not like Vampire the Masquerade, where if I ever stream that, I will have a lot to say. But back to my story. I was awake, and I was waiting for the countdown. And when it finally released, I immediately saw like that 75%, and I was like, guess I'm waiting for this to get patched. Still waiting for it to get patched. I've heard I think it's like the 1.5 patch or whatever just came out is supposed to have added a bunch of content, along with fixing a lot of bugs, which is a good sign. It shows that they at least care about the game. I'm just sad that it ended up like that, and... Like, I get I shouldn't blame Project CD Red, like, based on everything I've read, it feels like it was a higher-up mandate, like... The higher-ups just didn't know what they were doing, and it's so sad to watch a game that I was excited for. I'm also kind of impressed that apparently Keanu Reeves is in the game a lot. Like, he's not just like a cameo. Him as Johnny Silverhands is like in almost the entire game as a major character. And I find that to be kind of fascinating. Because you'd think that would just be like a gimmick they would throw in. Okay, so I talked about how this boss is a better version of a Killing Edge. And how he's kind of difficult. Because he kind of is. He has a decent stat spread. The Brave Lance can just kill him in 2 hits. So that was that boss. And if you think that boss was this, it also lets me get a bunch of hits on the Voodoo. Here's the thing about that. Even if I send it to the convoy, I'm pretty sure the only people that can use the Voodoo are, like, Princess Alencia? Or Queen Alencia. And that's it for the rest of this. I don't get that Voodoo back until very late into Part 3. So we beat the game. We beat it. Or we beat the contingency of rebels. But yeah, back to what I was saying earlier. I'm kind of surprised how many people are still streaming the Tellius games. It just shows to show there's a cool community still out there. It also means that if I want to watch Fire Emblem streams, I have my pick of the goddamn litter. Like, I have almost spoiled for choice. Which I think is really nice. Ooh, I want to, we're gonna do... I'm just gonna give whoever's in chat a heads up. We're gonna be doing the last level. So we're gonna finish part 2, and then we're gonna get to a good point to save in part 3's before the first like mission in part 3. And that seems like a good ending spot. Just because it's getting close to midnight, and I feel like if I stream any longer, I'm just gonna start yelling, and I don't want to wake my neighbors. So that's the plan for the rest of the stream. Also, if there's any graphical glitches, it's because I'm playing this on an emulator. I didn't really feel like going to find my Wii and my physical copy. Yes, I do have physical copies of this and Radiant Dawn. I get to brag about that. I have physical copies of every single Fire Emblem game that is released in the West. Even the Game Boy Advance games. That sounds like a brag? It is. I'm bragging about having cool shit. I don't have photographic proof. I'm just gonna have to take my word on that. My, she's gonna get kidnapped. By this fucko. So he insulted, or was going to, I don't know if he took the capital or not, but the queen isn't there. The Sieb moved her. But then she got kidnapped because the Duke found out. And yeah, 5 chapters, that's part 2. It's mostly filler. It's really just Alencia's character arc.
Having anticipated Queen Alencia's
which
attack,
does come back.
the
There is a
majority
chapter
of
where that
Ludwig's
comes back.
Forces left Felleray.
But
The troops stationed at Castle Felleray were merely the bait with which to lure
it's just kind of
Joffrey's
filler.
troops away from Melium. In Joffrey's absence, Ludwig's objective is nothing less than Lucia, foreseeing a possible.
Yeah, I don't know how
attack on
to
the
see.
capital.
Here's the thing about war. I don't know much about medieval
And to
war,
be secretly moved to Fort.
but like, let's say an
Lucia
opposing
herself
army
is unable to evade Duke Ludwig's. She
takes
is
over,
captured
like,
in the dead of night
Washington,
while
D.C..
attempting to contact an informant. Queen
would moving the
Alencia
president
receives
really like affect them claiming they run the country now? Like, maybe because the United States is super big, but like, you think just taking the capital and holding it, like the fucking queen or whatever, couldn't like do much? Yeah, I guess. Like a chance of rebellion. Thank God Har sticks around. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I don't know. The way they definitely make this scene... Here's the thing that confuses me about part 2. The narration makes it seem like Alencia is, like, super unpopular. But it doesn't seem that way. Like, the dude definitely raised an army, but, like... There's a cutscene that ends part 3 that's actually a pretty famous cutscene, and, like, one of the best cutscene this game has to offer. And, like, it seems like the common folk are still on Alencia's side. Oh, Lean learns how to speak, the modern tongue. But she speaks ancient something. Yeah, Neylucci, I'm not using you. You're a really bad unit. We do, however, get her weapon. This game has a couple special weapons. And, Alencia's is a one range, it works like a normal sword. Its advantage is that it works like a brave weapon, which is super nice. Callie is a good addition, because she comes with Meteor, even though Meteor got nerfed. Meteor used to be really good. Or at least she could at least double with Meteor back in the day. Now it's like next to impossible. I fucking love Har in this. Oh, right, I mentioned this before, but... So, Count Bastian is like this expert tactician. And they say this, I don't know if it's during this, if I missed the cutscene. But they were like, or when it is, but they're just like, the only reason the dude even plans his revolt is because Bastian is out of the country. And they're like, this dude is so confident that Bastian would Yeah, fuck this. Fuck that. Okay. Like, Bastion is apparently such a tactician that this giant rebellion is only, like, happens because Bastion just happens to be out of the country. Which will explain why that's stupid. Now, why am I saving all this experience? So, earlier in this stream, when we first met Har, I called him Mr. Broken 3000. Holy shit. If you save all your experience, Har goes from being just standard broken to Omega broken. And with my save file boosters, he is already a fucking broken... Look at that. All of his stats are maxed except for luck, and he is not even evolved. This man is a legend. I don't know if I'll be able to level him up all the way. Not that it really matters. But this is what I do simply because... Nope. You'll see. Now, part of me is going to be very sad at what I'm going to do. Oh, look at those stats. Those glorious, glorious stats. Who do I want to give the last bit of experience to? I'm gonna give it to her. Yeah, I guess I'll throw her some experience. Oh, and I guess her sword also gives her +3 defense and res. Huh. I have a fun fact about her sword, but it definitely massively spoils something. This always happens. I used all of my fucking money. Well, let's sell this. I need Har to have some. I need Har to have like a hand axe or something. Yeah, I'm not giving it to you. Alright. Saving time. The final part. So I'm going to cheese this map, and I'll explain what I'm doing in a second. Which is very sad because I actually like the way this map is set up. This is a defend chapter with choke points. I am a sucker for this, and this game actually has a few of them, and one of them is genuinely one of my favorite maps. But we'll get there. We have to play a decent amount of Part 3 before I can get there. This poor man helped the resistance. They say this, but like all she really does is like not immediately declare war on Dane when Dane like comes back as a nation. Oh, Heather, you are such a worthless character. You won't do anything. Ah, damn, this guy's a fucking jackass. Alrighty. Har, you need to be at a very specific spot. Oh, my friends of friends, we are going to have fun this map. So, you might notice something specific up in the top left corner. Victory in defend for 15 turns or defeat boss. I said or, that's important. Some maps are like that in this game. Oh, Marcia, you're retreating very quickly because Jesus Christ, this isn't. There's a bow and arrow guy right there, and I can't have you die. If you do both, you lose. No, you don't. It's so much worse.
So basically you can do one or the other. Now, 15 turns, I've done it. It's boring. The biggest problem is that you don't have a lot of good frontline attackers. Lagoos are not the best. And really that's the issue. I mean, like, once... It's really just... So, if you do this normally defend, the way I would do it, clear out this area, put Braum here, Athene here, and then slowly, like, start whittling people down until you eventually start getting, like, down here. It's boring, it takes a long time. Or, you could level up Har, park him right here, make sure he has a bunch of shit equipped, and you can beat this in 2 turns. I explained this earlier, but Draco Knights lost their weakness to bow and arrows, and really it's only magic users they have a problem with. There is one magic user in this. There's just one magic guy down there. There you go. So really, I just have to hold off for like a turn, and yeah, this game's basically over. Very disappointing. I like defend chapters. This is a very well-made defend chapter. It's all about taking up positions and choke points and defending them. And it's neat and it's cool, and the allied units are fucking stupid. That's the only issue. And you get some leeway thanks to that door that lets you set things up, which is nice, but somebody had to fight for the last map to defend this area. I actually don't mind. It's very weird story-wise to have it be a defend map, but well, we don't have much. I don't have much to say. Yep, the map's basically over. It's just sort of now waiting out the enemy. Oh, poor Braum. It's like the last time he'll do anything. They'll also do this, but as long as I have a unit up there, I'm good. So basically the only thing we're looking for it not to happen would be this mage getting a crit. Would be the only issue we would have. If I was smart, I would have given him the talisman, which would have given him extra res, but I'm not smart, so... yeah, we'll just... Har... Yeah, Jesus Christ. Har has a massive amount of strength. A massive amount of defense, to the point where only bosses can really do anything to him. It's gonna be 2 turns. That healer was stupid. Massive amount of strength, massive amount of defense, a massive amount of health. His speed is not the best. However, by the time characters would start... By the time he starts not doubling people, he starts one-shotting them. He is just impossible to beat. And I love it. Also, Har is completely broken. Har is a Draco Knight, which means he has a lot of movement, which famously in Fire Emblem games is also really good. People really like that. Not only do these units broken, but you can cover a massive swath of area with it. Meaning that Har essentially has all the advantages to being the most broken character. The only thing he's missing is an unbreakable weapon that essentially has a 1-2 range. That is the only thing that makes Har less than 100% broken. And when we get to Ike, we will learn how to really break this game. Ike doesn't even start out broken, but he will be. He's got Shin on. Boy. Part 3 is gonna be a lot of fun. Oh yeah, so if I can beat the level, why am I doing this? Because I kinda can.
So before I beat this level real quick, I would like to point out another thing that can happen. So you probably haven't noticed this on the left side of the screen. I have. What is this area? Well, on turn, I think, 10, the Jeffrey and the Knights show up here. So you get reinforcements. I think that's supposed to help you sort of push towards the boss, but map's over. Yep, 2 turns. I've done this in 1. It basically requires you to use the still have a ton of short axes and making sure he attacks second. Yep. We have a bit of cutscenes, but yeah, next time I find a good stopping point, I think we will end it there. The tomahawk is also really nice to have. Yep, hard breaks this map in half. Yeah, and then Jeffrey's like, Valencia, I've come, but everybody's dead already. Yep. They're still looking for Lucina. Oh, but where is she? Oh my god, these rebels are dumb as fuck. Actually, no, this is actually pretty smart. But also, like, come on, Valencia, they're not gonna let her go. So, I don't know how much time she has, since she has time to go down to the dungeon, talk to him, and to go back up. Oh my god. See, like, he makes this excuse that the only reason he did this was to test her. But, like, he just wants the crown. He's just a piece of shit. Oh my god. Yeah, you're an idiot. It's really weird playing this game knowing what's gonna happen, because it's like, he comes across so much like an idiot. Hooray! These rebels are so dumb. Cutscene time. Alright. I'm putting the controller down. Motherfuckers, we gotta watch this whole thing. Because, like, I don't know if the audience is, like, cheering for her, or if they're, like, wanting to cut her down. I don't get it. Because I thought they were cheering for her at first, like, for her to die. But then later in this cutscene, they're throwing rocks at them, and it's like, did these civilians come to watch, or stop the execution? I don't get it. Who are these people?
Come on, do it.
And then everyone's like, this is when, like, you're supposed to be hype. Both. Yeah, that makes sense. These people are fickle as fuck.
What's the problem?
I'm nervous.
Easily.
What have I hit her?
It's too late for nerves, Rolf. If you're not up to it, just...
I'm so glad I decided to stream. I'm so glad the Oliver, Duke of Tanis, decided to watch the stream.
No hesitation.
I do actually have a fun fact about Lucina, but I will save it until after the cutscene. And then the rebels decide it's a smart idea to attack Ike, the fucking hero of their nation, and thinks, yeah, that we're totally on the right side.
Sorry.
Also, I'm glad I'm not listening to the voice acting, because while it's better than it is in Path of Radiance, it's still not great. There's only one line read I want to hear. And it's not in this cutscene, it's in the other, like, pretty legendary cutscene. One detail I actually do like is you can sort of tell what weapons they're using. Like, yeah, that's a steel lance. Those bows are the silencer and Rolf's bow. Ike's using his signature blade. And then you can clearly see that Mia's using the Voodoo, which is like a Mithril, which is, like I said, is the better version of a killing edge. Mist is doing jack shit. And I think Boyd's using a killing axe. So I think that's a cool detail. They're actually, like, modeled. So, you might be wondering, you might be thinking, well, Lucina has short hair. Her hair got cut. Her normal hair was longer. So, in the Japanese, in this version of the game, yeah, before we let this cutscene play out, so I want to talk real quick. In the original Japanese version, units hit level 20, and then you need a Master Seal or an item to level them up. That's the same in every Fire Emblem game. In the international releases of Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, you just need another level. Like, a level 21 levels you up. Because of this, you can actually get Lucia to her third state, which is called a True Blade. Because in the original, you can't do that, because you require an item you can't get. The model for that is her cut hair. So, it's possible to get a model of her with her cut hair before she actually gets it cut in the international versions. You might think that's a stupid fun fact. I don't care, it's a fun fact. So yeah, Bastion, before he left, secretly hired the Grail mercenaries literally to watch Fire Emblem haircuts. Trying to remember. Yeah, so he was just supposed to sit back and just wait in case things got too out of hand. And she actually looks pretty good with a short haircut. Not gonna lie. This is Alencia's character arc. And then she's just like, better kill all the rebels with my fucking army. And yeah, we'll do a bit more cutscenes. And this is when Ike learns. Oh god, the silver hair maiden. The Black Knight is still alive. If you go to my VODs channel, you can watch me slaying the Black Knight, because I forgot to fucking clip it, because I'm an idiot. Oh yeah, I actually had him for a couple chapters. Oh man, how did he escape Nacho's castle? More importantly, how the fuck did Nasir? Because if you don't kill him, Nasir also dies in there. It's not so much a spoiler, it's more of a fun fact. Will Ike and the Black Knight have another fight? Of course they fucking will. Will I explain some shit about it? Oh, hell yes. We are skipping the previews because the previous one spoiled way too much. I like the cutscenes, and I love the narrator. We're gonna do a bit more, like, to explain part 3. Mostly because I want to get to a good stopping point, because I want to just do, like, a sum up of my thoughts of part 1 and 2, since we ended both of them today.
3 years ago, Crimea freed
Alright, see you, Glyph.
from Daean tyranny.
Wait, why were you here if you're working like 7 more hours? Dude, go get some fucking sleep.
Disgusted with their greed and arrogance, Ike and the Grail mercenary, thanks to their efforts and to Queen Alincia's even-handed rule, Crimea
I stream, like,
avoided
I guess twice a week.
war.
I'm trying to increase the number of times I stream. It's just hard to work around my work schedule because I don't want to work up early.
From Queen Alincia, the Black Knight, the man who murdered Ike's father,
But I plan on streaming around the same time, starting on Sunday. Whenever I get off work, I plan on probably hopping back on maybe Fire Emblem, maybe Pathologic 2. I don't know, but I'll definitely have a Sunday stream, probably starting at like 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time. I'll tweet about it beforehand. Yep. I think there's a good stopping point. Hopefully there's like a... So part 3, what is going on in part 3? Renoff! I love this boy. He's a good boy. I like his design. I don't know what it is. Please save my brothers. I think you should be more confused by the phrase brothers, because you only know about one brother. So now the Lagoos are gonna fight Benyon. But why? Yep. So, the eldest of the Huron siblings decided to tell us that the senators were the one that actually plotted the assassination of the previous apostle, and they're the ones that also framed the Herons for it, which caused their tribe to be reduced down to 4 members.
The assassination of the previous Benyon apostle sparked the massacre.
In the previous game, we thought it was we thought it was Ashnard. It wasn't. It was all the Senate's fault.
That murder and the resulting catastrophes were long thought to be the work of Daeing's former ruler, the Mad King.
Dag.
Now, however, Prince Raphael, a survivor of the massacre...
So, how did Prince Raphael know this? Raphael. That's a bit of a spoiler.
Than the senators of Benyon.
And I don't know if I'll actually get a cutscene explaining it. If I don't, then I will just explain it myself to why I personally believe he knows this.
Is consumed with an unspeakable rage.
So the 3 of the 4 Lagoos nations
with the Raven King,
form an alliance to go to war. Golda does not, because Golda must always remain neutral. That is literally its country's policy, is to remain 100% neutral in all world conflicts.
Explanation from the senators. Benyon rebuffs their requests, however, denying any.
You might think that's weird, but there's actually like a really good story reason, and it makes a lot of sense. And then they send like a messenger to go to the Empire and was like, hey, is this true? And instead of answering the messenger, the Benyon senators just killed him, or her. We don't know who the messenger is. And because of this, the Lagoos Alliance decides to invade, starting with Gallia. Gallia's army is moving out first.
However, that pitting brute force against Benyon's
and knowing that Gallia will have a problem with like magic and all that, decides to help, decides to hire the Grail Mercenaries. This is all getting explained, but like I don't really have much to say other than just like
and is at first reluctant to
repeat what these guys are saying.
Yet, when he considers the senator's cold-blooded murder of the Alliance messenger.
So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. The Lagoos Alliance plus the Grail Mercenaries are going
to force the senators to answer for their crimes. He agrees to help the Lagoos Alliance.
I like that. Part 3 is where like the really good parts of the story start. Part 1, I'll explain when I get to my like thoughts. Because I kind of like wrapping up my thoughts, and like this game has like 3 or 4 good stopping spots. I don't know why the fuck Rise is in the tent. Skirmir, I don't know what it is, but your design never really clicked with me. I don't know what it is. I think it's because it's a little too generic. Or maybe it's because, like, I feel like the lions should look more bigger and imposing. The other 2 do. Giffiga and Kangas. Good old Ike. I want to abandon a buddy. Please fucking let me do this. Please let there be a... Yes. So, that's gonna be the end for me. Probably just gonna spend a little bit of time just talking, getting these out of the way. You can read what's on the screen. I don't have much to say, but I think part 1 is pretty good. The problem is they definitely should have balance the units a little bit better. I think the Dawn Brigade are overall super weak. And because of that, a lot of levels become more difficult than they probably should. Part 2 just feels really short, but I think that is an advantage. It kind of is like a short little bite-sized snack before the behemoth that is Part 3. But, we're definitely over what I think are the weakest parts of the game. But some chapters will be pretty weak, and we'll get to them, and we'll talk about them. I just want to get these, like, supports out of the way, and that's kind of... I kind of thought I'd have more of, like, an ending thought thing, but I don't really. I also like how Skimir is told to, like, watch Ike. Which I think is cool. I like the Lagoose. Start teaching food classes. Ike being a big eater, I don't remember being much of, like, a thing in the first game. I have to harvest the entire mountain. I can't answer. I really can't do much here. But yeah, we're gonna end it there. I feel like this is a good start. We will start part 3 when I stream this again. Thank you for coming to my stream. Hope everybody had a good-ass time. I hope if you enjoyed it, you come back for more. Like I said, I usually stream Monday and Tuesday, probably around 1 o'clock Central Time. And then the rest of the week, it's going to be later night streams, and it will wholly depend on my work schedule. Whenever I get off work early, then I will probably hop on to stream, and I will be tweeting that. My Twitter is just @CRousedhour. I'll just post it. I don't think anyone's here, but I'll post it in chat. Or you can just, like... It's in my About section. I don't really know how to promote myself. I fucking love that, because... I just don't know how to promote myself very well. But... yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. See you later.